Cool, cool. Well, let's get this party started, shall we? Is everyone ready to check out some of the stuff? We're gonna go ahead and pull the commentators in. Zero, did you give them a quick rundown?
Yeah. Let's see. So they should be ready to go. Pixie is on the way, and we've got Taro here. I'm gonna go ahead and bring Taro in.
Yeah. So,
oh my gosh,
what's up, guys?
Taro, I'm gonna punch you down a little bit, friend.
We just got to do audio. You know, start a stream audio balancing, the usual.
So, Taro, how has your morning been or day been?
Pretty good. Can't complain. Had bacon for breakfast.
Yeah, bacon for breakfast.
Thick cut bacon too.
Oh, thick cut. That's amazing. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and punch everybody in. We're going to do all the things. We can go ahead and let the runners know they can get started. And we're going to do a little bit of an introduction while this is going on. We're going to wait for Pixie to come in. But just to give you a heads up, Zero and I are going to be doing an introduction. And we're going to give you a little bit of background on the tournament. And then we'll turn it over to all the commentators and the runners. McRaptor, thank you for the host, by the way. So this is Yharnam's Arrogance. This is a Bloodborne, all vanilla bosses no-hit tournament, as you can plainly see on the screen. So Zero, what does that mean?
I'm sorry. Could you repeat the question? I'm so sorry.
1 second.
Professional caster, by the way. What about yours?
Zero, I cannot hear you. Oh, you know why I can't hear
my
you?
lord.
Turn this down on my side. Zero, you're good. You're good. It was on my side.
Okay, solid. It's like I'm like looking for knobs to turn and like volume to change, and I'm like, I can't do anything. All right, nice. So yeah, nice. Looks like we got all the runners here in their lovely little borders.
Yep. We always gotta shake it out
all
at first.
Vanilla bosses. So this basically, any percent tends to end at Wet Nurse, and this goes quite a bit further than that. And the optional bosses in this game are just like they're doozies. Like they are very hard bosses. It's quite a change of pace from Dark Souls 3, in my opinion, where you have Nameless King as a pretty tough optional boss, and then you have like Osiris as a pretty tough optional boss, and those two are kind of the ones that stick out to me as the hard ones. But in this one, you've got like really precise strats on Ebrietis and Moon Presence, and Garaman's a really hard fight, so definitely going to see some really cool stuff. Very unique from the any percent.
Have we let the Zephyr and Dopamine know that they can go live?
I'm sorry?
Have we let Zephyr and Dopamine know that they can go live? Or that they can start the run?
We can go ahead and get them started. All right, let me pop in here to their chats and let them know.
Okay. But yeah, so we've got this tournament. No hits are always an interesting thing whenever you start throwing in rules and stuff around it. General premise is basically do your best not to get hit. Environmental damage is okay. But anything that's done by an enemy or trap is considered a hit. So we got 4 runners today. We got Eden Issue, Gimme Dopamine, Squilakilla, and Zephyr Alkatma. This is the early bracket. We're gonna have another late qualifiers bracket starting at 1 p.m. Pacific time. I believe that's right. 4 p.m. Eastern. I think 10 p.m. Central European time. I may have that time zone wrong, but it's gonna be for sure. The U.S. time zones are correct. But Taro, how is it going, friend? How are you?
Pretty good. Can't complain.
Glad to hear it. Frenzy arrows.
How have the runs been going, Tara?
Well, they've been fine up to Garamond and Moon, and then it falls apart.
Yeah, those are tough. Those are freaking tough, dude.
Somebody
It's
asked.
basically Shadows, and then Garamond and Moon is really what I have a hard time with.
Yeah, my understanding is that seems pretty standard. Like those are insanely hard bosses, all three of them.
So, somebody asked about Frenzy in chat. I know we're not there in the runs yet, but what does that mean?
That's a really good question, actually. Frenzy caused by an enemy is going to be a hit. The only exception to that is going to be the Brain of Mensis, because there's really, well, no, maybe it does count if it procs, actually.
It counts if it procs.
If it fully procs.
It's the Brain of Mensis part. While you technically can avoid the procs, it's just a pain. So I think they just go ahead and
I'm
just
thinking
don't
of
count that.
the arrows itself. So the arrows itself don't count as a hit. Those actually cause, hang on. Those actually cause damage. The arrows cause damage, but the full frenzy proc does not count as a hit.
Yeah.
Or it does count as a hit. Sorry, my brain is all over the place. It does count as a hit, but the arrows don't.
Yeah. And of course, if you have any questions around the rules, you could type !rules in chat. Yes, Ultra Kitten Boss, the tournament is beginning. If you have a question about the rules, you type !rules and you can get a link to the tournament rules document. And I'll just update that. Real fast. All right. So let's catch up on where the run's at, where people are currently at. We've got Eden Issue is in, was it Central Yharnam?
Oh, it looks like Squilla's been hit. Yeah, so people are, making their way into Central Yharnam.
They're allowed the 3 standard resets, right? Before Papa G?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they can...
We have our other commentator here now, too.
Right. Burnout Pixie is here.
Welcome on in, Burnout Pixie.
Oh, good morning. Hello, everybody.
Hello,
Good
Pixie.
afternoon.
Well, hey, Pixie, go ahead and keep talking. Let's level your audio. Tell us about yourself.
Myself? Oh,
Yeah.
goodness. Well, I am kind of new into the Soulsborne community, so I've been just starting off on challenge runs. So actually, I've been doing the Bloodborne BL4 challenge run.
Oh. So you are well versed in this game.
I'm getting
Cool.
there.
Give me just a second. I think we're pretty close to leveling you. Okay.
Okay.
I think you're good now.
Let me adjust my volume on my side real quick.
I've turned up the gain knob on my microphone, so maybe that'll help a bit.
Yeah.
Hopefully it does. Gonna try not to peak it too much.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the rules, because we're pretty early in the run, but this is kind of a weird situation. So we have, in regards to resets, they have unlimited resets until a successful ladder. And what that means is there is a certain ladder that you have to progress in, I believe, Century Yharnam, that is very often that you can get hit on. And so we give them, like, just trying to get to that ladder and get up of it is an issue. You can get hit left, right, and center, and so it's very frustrating for runners there, just due to the kind of randomness of it. But
And that could be tricky too sometimes at the very beginning.
the area where Squill is at right now is actually that ladder.
So after the ladder, you can't reset anymore? Is that?
No. So you have unlimited resets up to that ladder. You have 3 resets before killing Gascoigne.
Oh, I see. Okay, I understand now. Yeah, I think that's a great call, because that ladder is... I mean, it's not entirely RNG, but it can be messy for sure.
Yeah, so just as a clarification, we are saying all vanilla bosses. I forgot to turn on the charity banner. So we are doing all base game bosses. So DLC bosses, there is potential to get to those if two runners tie. And the way that would work is, let's say they played all the way through the game, taking care of all the bosses, and then we have two people with a tie. They would need to go into the DLC for distance for no hit. And let's say they make it to Ludwig without getting hit. They get hit in Ludwig, both runners. Then they continue to go until we can actually figure out where they get hit. If they make it all the way through the DLC with the same number of hits, still, we're going to go for the faster of the two runs as tiebreakers.
So there is a technical chance that we could see some Orphan of Cost today.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I would like to see some Orphan of Cost today.
It's exciting. I'm kind of hoping for it, to be honest with you. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that as caster, but...
Oh, it's always exciting. It's always exciting. So
we're going to have our first Gascoigne of the day here in just a second. We got Eden going into Gascoigne. Oh, we got two runners going into Gascoigne, actually.
Oh.
I almost called him Ascoigne, which is a bit of a Freudian slip, perhaps.
So the great thing about the runners in this tournament is a few of them, Bloodborne is their baby. That's their game that they've done the most runs on, they know the most about. So we should really see some interesting runs come out of this, I think.
For sure.
We have some like super, seasoned veterans on Bloodborne. We've got Eden Issue, we got Squillakilla, even Dopamine. And then we got Zephyr, who's actually he got his hitless run I want to say late last year, and he is also very, very, very good at this game. So kind of the fresh blood, but still, the rookie. He's kicking ass.
He's the underdog.
Yeah. Looks like all the runners are opting for the tiny music box strat here on Gascoigne.
I don't think Squilla's probably not going to do that. He's going to do the Molotovs, I think. That
Okay.
looks like Dopamine's pairing.
That's kind of the old school strat, I think.
Yeah. But yeah, most runners do music box. I know I do music box.
So it looks like Squilla had a reset.
He did, yeah. And then Zephyr just reset to Gascoigne here.
Okay. One thing is I wanted to call out, once their run is locked in, that run is the one that we're counting hits for. Also, anybody who wants to help us get hit clips or anything like that, please clip those. Feel free to post them in the chat, and we'll keep track of them on our side. But yes. So anything that y'all can do to help us kind of organize these things would be great. All right, so where are the runners at? We've got Squilla's. Where's Squilla heading to? Where is Eden? Looks like Dopamine is just in the very, very beginning of the game, from what I can tell. No, Dopamine's a little further than that. My apologies.
Nope, so Eden and Dopamine are both locked in. They've both beaten Gascoigne.
Okay.
So they're both heading to Cathedral Ward.
Yes, Cathedral Ward, and they're going to go to Old Yharnam, I think, to fight BSB.
Mm-hmm.
I think Eden just heads straight there. Looks like Dopamine's going back to the dream.
One thing to note is on the bottom left of each of these panels is the runner's name. On the top right is their current hits, according to the tournament. Sorry if you heard little weird pops and clicks. My dog is. We're trying to get my dog out the door to go for a walk. All right. So we have Eden is past Gascoigne. Gimme Dopamine's past Gascoigne. Where is Squilla? What is Squilla currently working towards?
It looks like Squilla is going to get those hunter's marks from Eileen and pick up some more Molotovs. I'm assuming he's doing Molotovs and then head to Gascoigne.
Is there any real risk between here and Gascoigne?
There's those swamp dudes that can potentially hit you if you don't Molotov them before that big pig.
Okay. But they still have to Squilla still has to deal with pig.
Yes. Which shouldn't be too bad. I'm not sure if he just charge R2s and then grabs the badge and just runs for it, or if he kills the pig. It's safer to just kill the pig.
All right.
So I feel like for most hitless runs, and after Blood-Starved Beast is when it starts getting really interesting, because that's when we start seeing some differing pathways. So some runners, they can go directly to Amelia. I think we might see some runners do Witches first, and then Amelia.
And if you go to the respective runners' streams, you can see kind of roughly what their run is going to look like, with the exception of Zephyr. But that's okay.
Yeah, unfortunately with Zephyr, he streams from his PS4, so he can't have any like overlays or nothing like that on his screen.
What?
Although the plus side to that is you don't have to deal with capture card lag, which is, let me tell you what, that is fun to deal with sometimes. Getting that capture card set up perfectly.
Nico, thank you for the $20 donation for Save the Children. And to give you a little bit of insight into what we're doing is GG League has organized a Souls for Souls COVID relief tournament. And all the donations are going to Save the Children. We are raising money as part of that. Anonymous thing for the $50 donation. And so all the money that's raised today, as well as next weekend, is going towards that foundation. They are basically raising money, and Save the Children is provides help and benefits towards children that might be particularly impacted by the COVID-19 situation that we're all dealing with. And this is, whenever we say that, we're talking more around children who are particularly vulnerable to the deadly virus, such as like losing caregivers, losing parents, having a hard time dealing with not being able to go to a school to get their education and things along those lines.
Squilla is locked in.
School is locked in? Cool.
And it looks like Zephyr is opting for the Saw Spear instead of the Saw Cleaver.
So we did have a hit on Eden.
Okay.
He got locked in by the machine gun in old Yharnam.
Oh, man.
Oh, he got hit by Jura. Did he hard fall by chance? As he was falling? I know sometimes. So there's a place where you're very susceptible to have your roll input get eaten and you'll hard fall. And then Jura will just mow you down.
Can we get a check on like clip check for both Eden and Squilla? It looks like Squilla also took a hit. What happened with Squilla? Was it? I see some people said he had a stored roll.
It looks like it was on Gascoigne, so I'm not sure.
Oh,
he was hit by a bullet.
Got it. Eden is on Blood-Starved Beast. And so this fight, I've seen some runners do this. And forgive my lack of knowledge about the intricacies of no hit in regards
It's
to
pretty much the standard speedrun strat for BSB, and
Okay.
it just happens to work for no hit as well.
and they kind of like pin Bloodstar Beast in a corner. Is that what's going on?
Yes.
So
The
they throw the
sorry, go ahead.
Okay. So basically, they throw the pungent blood cocktail,
Mhm.
and Bloodstar Beast is, I think, one of the only bosses.
Yeah,
that
she's the
is
only
actually
one that's
struck by it.
susceptible to it.
Mm-hmm. So it basically just lures her into a corner, and the strat is basically wail, throw pungent blood cocktail, wail some more, throw pungent blood cocktail. Beast is defeated. Yay! It's a fun cheese not cheese strat.
Only
Yeah,
problem is
sometimes she
sometimes
likes
she's
to-
really squirrely too, so like she can like back up on the wall, and it's just really hard to hit her sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. Or she'll do like a back step and then just, charge the pungent blood cocktail and then whack you in the process. A lot of variability that
The
can
best
happen.
part is when she goes to phase transition, but her like butt is in the wall, so you can't backstab it.
Does anybody have a clip of School's hit? So we got two more people going into Bloodstar Beast. We've got our one going into Bloodstar Beast, one going into Father Gascoigne. Let's see if Zephyr gets locked in. So what is going on here? Normally I see
I honestly don't know. I've never seen this.
yeah, normally I'm used to seeing people do the stairs. Or is it
Looks like he's manipulating his position to be a little bit more favorable to fight, I guess.
interesting?
It almost looked like a reverse stair cheese or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, apparently Zephyr scuffed the backstab and just was like, I'm gonna rock and roll regardless.
Ah,
There we go. He's locked in.
Looks like Eden is going into
Vicar Amelia.
Oh my god, Eden's so fast.
Eden is very fast. So
I mean, he
Eden-
speedruns this game, so.
Yeah, Eden speedruns this game. He's also, I think he's on a one-hit PB of all content BL4. So basically he's doing almost the exact same run, but with actually leveling. So he's destroying bosses right now.
I think his normal all content run was under 2 hours.
which like is very, very fast for these runs.
Yeah, it's super fast. Normally all content's about, I would say, 3 hours maybe for most people.
Mhm.
Yeah, Eden did just get world's first BL4 all vanilla bosses, so I think he's trying to do the all content BL4 now.
Man.
Yeah, so he's done BL4 all vanilla bosses technically 3 times, and then while he's been working on BL4 all content, so that includes the DLC.
All right, so School is in Bloodstar Beast. Well,
And you're gonna see the double charged R2 because it does more damage than the taking the visceral.
and what does that mean exactly?
Well, because if you do one charge R2 and then the second charge R2 does double damage,
And is that only whenever the Bloodstar Beast is kind of like has had a limb broken, or is that, or are there specific circumstances around that?
So the charged R2 and the visceral are actually scaled off of different stats. So the visceral is scaled off of skill, whereas the R2 is scaled off of strength. So depending on how you're leveling your character, it's better to either take a double charged R2, so the backstab, and then doing the same animation for backstab, or the backstab and then the visceral for it. So it's interesting because some runners will always do the double charged R2. Some runners will always prefer the viscerals, and some it depends on where they're at in the game.
Got it.
I'd say early game, probably the double charge R2 is more damage, but later on you want to do the visceral, like when you get the Garmin and stuff like that.
What is dopamine doing right now?
Looks like he's just hanging out and trying. So he's at Amelia. Looks like he's just not quite ready to go in.
All right, I think I fixed all the timer commands so that we don't have that enter a message at the end of them. The pros and cons. Can't get hit if you don't move. That's right.
Hashtag stalling for content.
So it looks like Eden is heading to Shadows next. So Gurman and Shadows are probably the two biggest run killers in Bloodborne. Gurman is just that early game boss.
Gascoigne.
You mean Gascoigne?
Gascoigne, thank you. Oh my goodness gracious. My coffee hasn't
I do the
set
same
in
thing
yet.
all the time.
I'm there
Yeah,
with
they're
you.
both G's, so you were close.
Yeah, right? So yeah, Gascoigne is that early game boss that will just kind of screw you if you're in the wrong position or doing something at the wrong time. But Shadows is a tough as nails boss. Because you have to get... So Shadows is basically 3 bosses. You have to get 2 of their health bars down to a certain amount, and then basically kill both of those 2 as quickly as possible before they can...
I think it's around 30% around there.
I believe it's around 30%.
Yeah, and Shadows is very difficult for kind of the same reason that Ornstein and Smo are difficult, where like as soon as you have multiple bosses in the same arena, all having unique move sets and doing their own thing, you get so much more variability in what can happen. Like RNG plays a much larger factor.
Adrenaline flows. Thank you for the $10 donation.
So we'll see all of the runners doing a very similar, like scripted strat against Amelia here. So you see Squilla doing the same thing, breaking the limbs in kind of a cycle, taking the visceral after the little head bonk. It's a really clean strat, very consistent. I think we might have seen Eden do a slightly different version of it, depending on if he was going for more of like a speedrun strat, but it's really cool to see.
So any of these large beast bosses, the biggest trick to them is just really focus on breaking the limbs. And you essentially just kind of go around in a circle. So you start at one limb, break that, you go to the next limb, break that. You'll usually get a stagger after 2 limb breaks. So you'll take the visceral damage, go to the 3rd limb and 4th limb, and then you just kind of repeat the process. And it's Vicar Amelia and Parl are the 2 notable ones that it turns them from a really tough boss into kind of a cakewalk.
So question on that. Can you break the same limb multiple times?
On some bosses, yes. On other bosses, you have to wait. They essentially have a reset limb break animation. And you have to wait for them to do that before you can continue.
Yeah, they'll limb heal and then you can break it again. Basically.
Oh, okay. Got it. Backflipius, thank you for the $20 donation. We've already raised $100.
Holy cow, guys. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, that's excellent.
and we are 30 minutes into the first bracket.
So I'm not sure. I think Eden's gonna do +4 shadows, or I don't know if he's doing +6. Sometimes he does +4 though.
So Taro, I think you're the only one of the casters who has done a Bloodborne no-hit run.
Did Zephyr get hit?
Oh, did Zephyr get hit?
I thought I saw a Zephyr hit. Can we get a quick check on that one? Okay, so before I interrupted with the Zephyr hit, Pixie.
No, you're all good. I was just gonna ask Taro, which would he prefer, a +4 or +6 for shadows?
Oh, +6. I suck at shadows. Even that's too hard, man. Like, I would prefer shadows just not be in the game, to be honest.
Just delete them from the game.
Yeah.
I have heard shadows is a sticking point for a bunch of runners.
I would say shadows is, for the 80%, shadows is probably everyone's one-hit PB. Like 99% of the time.
I would believe it. They do weird things. And once the shadows get to third phase, God, their reach on their attacks sometimes, they can just barely poke you from halfway across the arena. It's dumb.
So another thing is when you finish off the second one, you want to make sure the third one isn't too far away because he can do snakes, and that's just a nightmare to avoid.
And the noodles are crazy. They just come from so far away.
Got stuck. Yep, that's happened to me. And the only thing you can do is Hunter's Mark. Like you get stuck right there.
Eden got stuck.
Yeah, it's happened to me quite a few times.
Oh, the jump in the
You can't get out unless you Hunter's Mark, basically. And Eden does not get the shortcut, so he has to do this whole running section again.
Can we get a clip of that? I've never seen it myself, so I'm kind of curious.
He went a little bit too far to the left when he was jumping, so he ended up getting stuck.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like Zephyr is on Blood-Starved Beast, and he's also doing the Pungent Blood Cocktail strat. So we've seen a 4 for 4 so far with that strat, and I would put money on the fact that we'd probably see it 4 for 4 again this afternoon. I feel like it's just the most consistent way to fight this boss.
I think that's one of the coolest things I've seen. Is with a lot of these bosses.
That's so scary how Eden just dodges past it. That guy. I can't do it. I've tried and I got hit. I'm like, nope, not doing that no more.
With a lot of these enemies and bosses, I think they've got pretty inventive attacks. I mean, because you see different attacks that you haven't seen in the other Demon Souls or Bloodborne. I mean, not Bloodborne. Dark Souls games.
Mm-hmm.
And just for clarity, casters does mean commentators. We just use it as kind of a shorthand. All right, so let's get a quick pulse check. Where is everybody at? I know Eden is like basically at the 50-yard line of sorts compared to everybody else, but where's Eden at? Where's Dopamine, Squilla, and Zephyr?
Eden's about to head into shadows with +4, it looks like.
Mm-hmm. Squilla is about halfway through the forest right now. And Dopamine looks like about 3/4 of the way. I'm not sure if he'll head in with a +4 or +6. Looks like he's picking up everything for +6.
Well, like Eden will pick up everything for +6, but won't +6 until after Shadows.
Sorry, guys, my cat wants to commentate as well, apparently.
No worries.
Cats are welcome.
Why would you not, like, if you got all the resources, why would you not go to a +6?
It's
Probably
faster.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, so getting +6 for Eden would mean taking a route where you go and you take an elevator and then you open a door that's a shortcut, and then you Hunter's Mark back to, the dream, and then you teleport back, and it's just like 5 extra steps that you have to take if you want to upgrade. And he just opts to not.
So it's actually faster to not go out of the way, get that upgrade, and do less damage in the fight.
Yeah, exactly. Because the
I
running
think Eden
section
says
is
it
so
saves
long.
about 3 minutes, maybe.
Oh wow. Okay, so it's a decent chunk of time.
Even just watching Shadows makes me nervous every time. I get these little butterflies in my belly.
I've been
I
watching.
hate them.
I can totally agree and empathize. I've been watching Brutal Nerd work on this fight, and it's whenever you seem like you've got it, there are still things that can catch you off guard. Or whenever you seem like you're all the way through the fight, you're 3/4 of the way through the fight, and you've got 2 of the shadows down. There's stuff that can still happen where you get hit.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Eden has now gotten 2 of them down past that 30% mark. So he got them into second phase. And I think third phase, actually, at this point.
This is where we start to see that +4, because
Mm-hmm.
on the +6, 2 shadows would be dead by now.
Yep.
Well, does it make it any riskier to have them in second phase longer or third phase longer?
Yeah, absolutely. They have this kind of noodle arm attack that you'll see, where they kind of stretch they go all Mr. Fantastic and they stretch their arm out like 20 feet. That one, right?
No, that was
it
so
just
close.
Happened on Eden, and
Yep,
Yeah,
that
it's
attack right there.
and then there's another attack that's arguably even scarier, where they summon a big snake thing that just a giant serpent that just covers the whole distance of the arena.
So that serpent, let me tell you
Like
what.
that one?
So, personal anecdote. No, they're giant and they're terrifying. Yes, that one exactly. Sorry, I have a delay. So the very first time I got to this point on BL4 and they summoned that snake, I had no idea what to do. Ran into the snake and immediately died.
Oh man.
Probably the most fun I've ever had with this game.
Now here's the thing I think that's interesting about this is, well, you see that Eden's got the last shadow down into, like, he starts hitting it and the shadow just tries to like evade to its left, and then Eden goes up, hits it again, it evades to the left, hits it again, evades to the left. It seems like you can get
the last shadow you can get into a loop like that, which is really nice.
It's a wonderful display of the complex AI in this game. Oh my god, we're about to have another Shadows fight too. This is stressful, man.
Eden killed the doll.
Why would
That's-
you?
The
that's
reason
gotta
he
be
does
at
that
least
is
one hit,
actually
right?
faster to level up that way than to talk to the doll.
It is.
You know, they
avoid
say it's faster, but
so
like, do we
much.
really know it's faster? I don't think anybody's actually timed it.
Soldy, thank you for the raid. But Zero, honestly, like somebody like Eden would have like timed the doll and said, "How long does it take?"
I just think he likes killing the doll.
Hey, that could be it too. That could be it too. All right, where is Zephyr going right now?
Safer is heading to Amelia, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Sunrun, thank you for the host. Okay, so I'm gonna back out here. We got two different runners on bosses.
So we have Dopamine going into Shadows. And we have Squilla, who's almost at Shadows. Oh, poor Amelia. Those limb
I think
break
Safer's
tactics.
Amelia was a
make him
little bit
such a
different because I
pushover.
think he upgrades his weapon beforehand,
Mhm.
so he does more damage.
We got Eden going into Rom.
We got 3 boss fights. That is flying because Eden was just in the Shadows fight that we see both Squilla and Dopamine in now.
Yeah, and he took the time to upgrade too. He's got those optimal running paths.
So I believe from Squilla as well as Dopamine, we're going to see much less aggressive tactics on Shadows. You're going to see more kind of ring around the rosy tactics. So they kind of make a large, wide circle around all of the tombstones to mostly avoid the fireballs. And the best way to do this is it's just easier, it's safer. It'll take more time, yes, but you're much less likely to get hit. Guys, I'm so sorry about my cat. I don't know what she wants.
I don't even hear it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
literally no bother whatsoever.
Oh, yay. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's only a bother for me. As cats
somebody
are.
that has a needy cat, like, I get it.
Okay, so let's talk about Rom here for a second. Why did Eden go and kill all the baby spiders?
So those little baby spiders, they can be dicks sometimes. So there's a handful of them that are hyper aggressive. So and those are the ones that they'll jump at you and they'll kind of come out of nowhere and spit at you. So it's much safer just to take an extra minute.
Yeah, because
to
in
kill
phase
them.
1, Rom won't do anything to you. She doesn't have any attacks or nothing.
I'll just stare at you while you're beating me up.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like Eden was able to cancel
Eden got really good RNG right there. Could she
Yeah,
teleport?
he did. So that is a perfect hitless ROM. That is a one cycle ROM, which is exactly what you want to see.
I'm so sorry about the water. I'm just trying to stay hydrated.
Oh man, guys, as casters, we're not being very professional today. Got my cat in the
Everyone
background.
remember. I mean, this is just a reminder to everybody that you need to drink lots of water, stay hydrated.
Hail
You know,
hydration.
It's easy to forget.
You said Hail Hydra? What?
Hit what? Nothing. Don't worry about it.
I don't know how to feel about this.
Skate's like, I literally just went on the water break. So okay, so let's talk about this for a second. Eden seemed to fly through the Shadows fight, whereas these two, Dopamine and Squilla, are taking much more reserved tactics. Can we get a check on Zephyr? Maybe
Looks like
Zephyr lost connection.
Looks like stream died. So, you can kind of think of Shadows a little bit like Abyss Watchers, honestly. It's very similar conceptually, with the exception of the fireballs. Some people choose to fight them very, very aggressively, such as Eden, but the safe and very consistent strat takes a lot longer. You know, go for
Basically,
safe
Shadows
plays
could take anywhere from 30 seconds to, I don't know, 10 minutes.
Yeah. And the 10 minutes is going to be, 9 out of 10 times the safer one, where you're much less likely to get hit. But when it comes to, so we'll probably see them speed up considerably once it gets past the first phase, because you want to spend as little time as possible in second and third phase.
It's kind of like, I keep drawing the comparison to Dark Souls 3 because Dark Souls 3 is what I know the best. Shadows is kind of like Abyss Watchers meets Deacons with the fireballs.
Yeah, that's a
And,
very good point.
That's when I think of Dark Souls 3. Man, Abyss Watchers and Deacons, my two favorite fights. Let me tell you. Oh my God!
Yeah, that's
Dopamine's
basically
stuck in the
safe
corner.
spot. When you get snakes, where Squirrel just ran.
All right, so it looks like Skull was able to get Shadows down without an issue.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're fast enough, you can shoot them to cancel out the snakes, but you got to be super quick.
All right. Now we got Eden going into Dark Beast Parl. Whenever I first played,
go ahead.
Bloodborne, I ended up doing Dark Beast Parl just before Garamond, after I'd done all the DLC and everything.
So Parl was probably a pushover for you.
Yeah,
Oh,
Parl
man,
was
poor
a second
Parl.
try for me.
You
I
could
was
just
like,
do an R1
Batman.
basically and break its limb at that point.
Honestly, you should have done fist only. That would have been the right play.
I mean, I should have.
You jerk. How are you gonna do Parl dirty like that?
I didn't even know
Parl-
Parl was there. I ended up missing Abritas.
Oh yeah, yeah. Do y'all?
Yeah,
Okay,
I think
here's.
in Bloodborne, the optional bosses are a lot easier to miss than in some of the other games. Because they're kind of tucked away in their own little worlds.
Yeah. All right, we gotta hang on. We gotta lay a debate to rest here. Ebritus or Ebrietus?
Well, I used to say Abritas, so I can't
Okay,
comment.
well, you know what? You don't get a vote then.
Junkie is discluded from this vote. I say Ebrietus.
It sounds very
I
like
say a
brutal.
Ebrietus?
You know what's messed up though? Like I say Ebrietus, and then until I'm talking about Augur, in which case I say Augur of Ebritus, and I think it's from, I think that's from watching Colmer, where like I know he said that, and it just stuck in my brain like that. Cosmic says Ebritus, Ebritus. Well, you don't get a vote either.
Since that's how they say it in game. Okay, that actually I think settles the debate right there.
Oh, okay. Cosmic does get a vote then. Sorry. Cosmic.
Jeez, rude caster.
Look, I'm feeling feisty today. All right.
Apparently, discluding everyone from votes.
All right, so we can't rely on my pronunciation on things. First off, I used to call Artorias Artorias.
Arturias.
I'm very upset with you, Junkie.
And like, no joke, it was during my first playthrough. I had been saying that, and so we were joking that it was night arthritis.
Oh my god.
So there's a good question about why people punch Rom in the face.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, what the strat entails.
Meteor to the face.
School took a hit. Can we get a clip of that as well?
So when the strat, so you go through, you kill all the baby spiders, And then you do a Beast Blood pellet. And Beast Blood, the more you hit an enemy, the stronger it gets. So, and you don't want Rom to phase transition too early. So essentially, you just punch her in the face, which will keep the damage low enough that she won't even think about going into a phase transition, but you can build up Beast Blood pellet to hopefully one-cycle her. The reason why you want to one-cycle her is exactly for the reason we saw for Squilla's hit, is she has that long-range attack that can kind of get you out of nowhere.
Yeah, if you don't one cycle them, you'll see either people do Molotovs or also throwing knives work as well.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to say thank you to the Beatdown 16,000 for that $10 donation. I missed it whenever it came in.
And this is basically a GG for Eden once you get the limb staggers.
Looks like Gimme Dopamine's going into ROM. So many clips. That's exactly what we want to see.
Oh my god, look at this. Look at this beautiful active community. Helping these tournaments go so smoothly. Thank you guys.
If I'm not immediately on top of something, it's because I'm doing like 7 things at once. Let's see.
Yeah, Junkie actually got a third arm just like installed for this.
Yeah, exactly. I did.
They just taped it right on there.
So I actually have a third monitor on my setup, and I can't use it because I don't have an adapter to connect it to my graphics card. And the adapter is coming in today, and then I don't have a long enough like HDMI cable to connect it, and so I feel like I'm really put together right now.
We're gonna have a repeat of like the Geno thing that happened in the last tournament, where it's gonna show up on your doorstep an hour into the tournament.
Yeah, that's true. Gino did have a new controller show up. And what's funny is Gino could have started a whole new run right there and would have still finished within the time. Is there anything you got to watch out for the baby spiders? Like they jump and they plunge their head in the ground, which makes them kind of easy to kill. But is there anything that they can do that is kind of unexpected or is kind of risky?
Yeah, they have a spit that comes out of the front of them, and then they got a spit that comes out of the back of them. So anytime that you are directly in front of them or directly behind them, it's a risk because it comes out pretty quickly.
Your best bet is you want to just stay to the side of them.
Skate said that someone got staggered when they spawned in. Oh, interesting. What I feel like happens a lot of times in these runs or in these tournaments and stuff is you go from one boss fight to the next boss fight to the next boss fight.
Yeah, and that's the nice thing about Bloodborne is that it kind of is like it feels pretty boss dense on these runs. That it's the thing about like Dark Souls 3, where the first 25 minutes you fight like one fake boss, and then you fight Vort, and then you get into Abyss Watchers. So
Yeah, like from Fort to Abyss Watchers is good, like what, 15-minute running section maybe?
yep.
It is a decent chunk of time, that's for sure.
If you want to, you could do tree balls to break up the monotony, but you know, even that's kind of.
Looks like Dopamine's got ROM out of the way.
Oh my god, I completely missed Eden doing One Reborn. Everyone's favorite boss fight.
It happens so fast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
One Reborn was basically over before it started.
I like that dopamine's watching this cutscene. It's like, it's a great cutscene.
There were some very
This
cool
blew my
cutscenes.
mind on my first playthrough.
All right, let's pop in here on Squilla, doing the One Reborn. Now, what I want to call out is, having played Demon Souls, the One Reborn is actually a lot like the Tower Knight, because the Tower Knight is, you got the Tower Knight itself, but you also have all these soldiers that are protecting it. And the One Reborn is a very similar situation, because you have to go up into what I consider like the rafters and kill all of those enemies. Otherwise, you just have like a huge risk factor.
So sometimes you'll see the runner skip the first one and then come back to it.
And what would the reason for that be?
Not 100%, but there is a spit you can wait for, like behind the pillar, like yeah, that spit right there that just happened, and then you can go for that one. And then some people just choose to skip the first one and come back to it. Then you gotta wait for that explosion thing. Oh no, it may be because you don't wait for that explosion thing. I'm not sure, to be honest.
Okay, sorry about that. My
No
brain
worries.
juice had run dry.
So we got Squilla in One Reborn. We've got Eden already on Mikolash.
Oh man, people hate on Miko, but honestly, I've started to like him. He started to grow on me. Maybe it's a little bit of Stockholm syndrome, but
I think Mikolash is one of those bosses where I love the lore on him. I fucking hate his boss fight.
I love the voice actor.
The voice actor's really good.
Hey, we're Mikolash's voice actor is good, but we cannot discredit the fact that the best voice actor in any game ever is the English voice actor for Gyobo.
my name is
Oh.
Gyobu Masataka Oniwa.
Every time I hear his lines in English, his voice sounds so scratched up that it almost hurts to listen to.
Oh, of course.
Dude, if you have not heard it in Spanish, you have not lived yet.
The
You gotta
Spanish one
hear
is
the
amazing.
Me llamo. It's pretty damn good.
Is it just as ridiculous?
It's actually not as ridiculous, but it's like, it's just good. I don't know.
Mhm.
Okay. See, the reason why I
It's
say
equally over the top, though.
it is equally over the top.
I think so.
Oh man, I've not heard this.
And then, like, you get Lady Butterfly, who hits you with the increíble muchacho, and that's it's fantastic.
I know that U0 do a lot of you switch up the voices a fair bit.
I do. My favorite is French, actually. I love the way Owl sounds. I love the way Sekiro sounds. I love the way Ishin sounds. I don't know. The French voice acting is just really good.
That's a
GG Eden.
GG on Miko for Eden.
That was a super clean Miko fight.
You'll see a lot of runners stay up on the balcony and hit him with knives and Molotovs to kill him. But
Mhm.
Eden just goes for the plunge and fights him in the cage.
Which can be terrifying because one of Miko's attacks that he does is a call beyond.
You can dodge into that. You just gotta time it right.
Yes.
You'll see me. This is what I do. I fight him in the cage as well, and if I time it correctly, I can iframe the call beyond.
Mm-hmm. If you
I got a
don't
lot of
time it
respect for
right,
fighting him in
though,
the cage.
yeah, a call beyond is almost instant death. And
But
then
you
you
can
have to do it
also,
all
if
over again.
you, there's a distance you can stay from him where, like, kind of mid range where you won't get punched, but then he also won't do the call beyond.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a Goldilocks zone, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm. So a good question was brought up in chat about Cleric Beast. So I believe most runners do Cleric Beast right before Gurman because it's like a 4-hit fight at that point in the game. You have a +10 weapon. You've absolutely scaled your strength and your skill as much as you can. So you get to Cleric Beast, take him down in 4 hits, and then just go fight Gurman.
See, what I do is I'll do a running R1 that staggers him, then the visceral, and then rolling L1. He's dead.
That's nuts. Like, that's so... For anybody who's played Bloodborne and came up against Cleric Beast, as their first boss, hearing something like that where it's between a 2 to 4 hit fight, it's a little discouraging.
You could do the
I'm not
R1
gonna
to
lie.
finish him, but I feel like the rolling L1 just looks cooler, so that's why I do
Yeah.
it. It's like a swag strat, I guess.
Dude, the intro bosses in this game are hard.
Yeah, they are.
Really difficult.
There's a lot of walls up front because it's like Cleric Beast is when you kind of learn the game and learn the mechanics of fighting a beast level boss. And then Gascoigne right afterwards, it teaches you to become a hunter. And I feel like the next wall is probably Vicar Amelia, because she has healing, she has the limb repair, she has a lot of different things in her boss fight that can easily catch a new player or even a new runner off guard. And then you immediately go into Shadows, which is just, I mean, we all know Shadows. I have my own thoughts on Shadows.
I did my first Bloodborne playthrough at BL4.
Oh,
and,
God.
Wait.
I was on Amelia for somewhere between 8 and 10 hours.
Yeah, I'd believe it.
Let's roll back a second. You did a blind playthrough of Bloodborne at BL4.
I did, yeah. I actually, yeah. Honestly, I do not regret it. It was so fun. It was so fun.
Honestly, I say that's the way to do it.
Yeah, for anybody that is experienced in Souls games and hasn't played one of them, play it at minimum level. It's just a blast.
So Eden is almost done with any percent.
Oh my
At
god!
this point.
I'm like, what a speedy boy.
Yeah.
He's just
That
He's
Saber's
how did he
still
do
at
that?
Shadows, and
Flying
like
by.
Eden's done basically with
Mhm.
any.
Is he breaking out the wall hacks? How is he getting everywhere so fast?
Ooh, so and Dopamine, I think, is the first person we're seeing in Upper Cathedral Ward. So it looks like he is going into. I don't know if he'll do the boss fight.
Don't think he's going to. He just wants to get the badge, I think.
Okay.
What does the badge get you again? Is it bolt paper?
Parl gives you bolt paper. This badge, I believe, opens up bloodstone chunks, maybe? I would actually have to look that up again. I'm not 100% sure.
Maybe
It'll
blue
give you
elixirs,
access
maybe? I'm not
to
sure.
The blue elixirs and beast pellets.
Oh, okay.
Two main
both
ones.
very good.
Yeah, like two fish said.
We got 3 boss fights going on right now, and they're all at very different points in the game. One of them seems like very, very late game, any percent. The next one, I would say, is about 2/3 for Mikolash.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
I mean, Miko is the
Say
second.
more
to
than
last boss.
2/3 because Miko's the second to last boss.
Oh, okay.
80%.
For 80%, yeah.
and then Zephyr is at Shadows, which is what?
It's about half, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, this any percent is it's not as interesting after, I don't know, Shadows. Because I mean, Miko's fine and Wet Nurse is Wet Nurse,
Ooh.
but
School just took a.
these runs.
hit
Oh,
to
did he
the
get
face.
punched?
Oh, no.
Can we get a clip?
2 hits, I believe.
3.
Oh, he probably took an
3?
auger to the face, huh?
Yep.
got a damn big hitbox.
Yeah, it does, and it has a stupid long reach, a deceptively long reach.
Yeah, sometimes that comes out super fast too, so it's very easy to get hit by it.
Wet Nurse felt like a really weird, like, final boss for me. I was like,
I thought
wait, this is it? This is the end?
I know what you mean. I thought I thought the same. I was kind of like, oh, this is interesting. This fight wasn't that bad. And then it's like, go to Garamond. Okay.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, I can end the game now.
Yeah, the last two bosses, Mikolash and Wet Nurse, are both very lore heavy bosses. Just as far as explaining the overall story and Yharnam and what's going on with the Great Ones and but yeah, as far as technically intricate bosses, I think seeing them in a
Basically
no-hit
just lore
stance,
bosses, basically.
yeah, they're not necessarily the most intricate bosses.
I'm going to take a quick interruption here. AZ Collins, thank you for the $50 donation.
Man, you guys are killing it with the donos. Thank you so much.
I know.
It's going to a wonderful, wonderful cause.
You see Squirrel opting for the throwing knives. This is how a lot of people will fight Mikolash. It's very, very safe and there's no risk to it.
So he's not using the poison knives. He's just doing...
Well, I didn't catch it, but depending on the RNG you get, the poison knives will not work.
Oh, can they like make him do weird teleport stuff?
We're just going to throw stuff at Mikolash.
He's not very smart. He kind of is just like, okay, I guess I'll just stand here again.
Zephyr took a hit.
Ooh, was it to a bug boy?
And it looks like we have Eden going to Cleric Beast now.
Going
way back.
Way back.
All
Back
right,
to the
everyone
beginning,
wave to Cleric Beast.
Hi, Cleric Beast. Bye, Cleric
It's only going to
Beast.
be on screen for about 10 frames.
It's like when you go on a road trip with your family and you're a kid and you're like, oh, let's go see, the world's biggest rubber band ball. And you go up to it and you're like, oh, okay, that was cool. Bye.
Right.
I don't really want to be here anymore.
All right, so let's see.
Damn, dopamine's still rocking a big 0 on the hits.
Mm-hmm.
Which is awesome. Which is absolutely awesome.
Super consistent.
Just to let everybody know, the top 4 runners of the day go on to tomorrow's finals. Just to remind everybody how that works. All right, now we're into Cleric Beast.
Okay.
One.
Don't blink, you'll miss the fight.
Oh, wow.
My God.
The
Yeah.
fight's done.
My health bar.
Bye. Bye, Cleric Beast. It's
That
nice
was
seeing
like-
you, I think.
4 seconds, 5 seconds. I have
It was
never seen
a
that.
total of 3 hits.
Oh, that was so good.
Poor Cleric Beast, man.
But Karapik is actually a hard boss if you fight her or him. I don't know what it is when you're supposed to.
Yeah, as the very first boss, it is a super tough boss.
Can we get a feels bad man for Cleric Beast?
It feels bad, man.
I'll tell you, the boss I might be looking forward to the most
Yeah.
is Martyr Logarius.
Oh god.
He's a hard one.
Yes.
Let's see, Logarius, Garamon, and Moon are definitely the hardest optionals. Your Rietas could be hard too if you mess up the quick kill and you have to fight her.
Yeah, it's
Straight
pretty
up.
precise.
The one thing that's really hard for me to understand is all the Bloodborne lore. There's like so many like abstract concepts in this game compared to other games like Dark Souls 1 through 3. And I just found it to be like a very esoteric game. But it
Well,
is
particularly for no hits, like the general understanding is this game was never designed to be no hit. You were designed to like get whacked around a bunch, and it's cool what the no hit community has done with this game.
absolutely.
Which is really interesting because in Dark Souls 2, they acknowledge that the games can be played through deathless. But I don't think they ever really, like, I don't think the developers ever really acknowledged that these games could be no hit.
Well,
I think Miyazaki still denies that.
and how many people have done it?
Over 100 now, I think. Well, is that right? I think Team Hitless has over 100
Hitless
members
is
now.
over 100 now.
It is. And that's only
That's
counting people
amazing.
who have submitted their runs to Team Hitless. There are a ton of people just in the community in general that do hitless runs that either don't submit their runs or don't want to be, associated
few
with
people
just
that,
no-hitting.
That are not on Team Hitless that have done hitless runs though
Mm-hmm.
as well.
Yeah, and then there are some people that have one-hit PBs in Dark Souls 3 to Soul of Cinder. And yeah, those people are cool too, right?
Oh, no, they're not.
Not that I would know. I wouldn't know anything about that.
When you keep throwing your run to Soul of Cinder, it just feels bad, man.
Oh, I completely missed a boss fight for Amygdala.
Oh yeah, eating hi bye amygdala again.
A lot of these bosses are just gonna melt, basically,
Mhm.
if you do it correctly.
Or if you're eating, all of the bosses melt when you.
Yeah,
come
that's
up
true.
against them.
Yeah. Speaking of, we've got Parl coming up.
For dopamine, yep. Poor Electric Doggo. He is the one I feel the worst about.
Good night, Sparky.
You just go in him and just wail on him. You don't even give him a chance to do an attack.
A
I mean,
fun
how would
fact,
you
when
feel
Eden
if you
goes
were
into
Parl?
the
Oh, he
Eden goes into the boss room, that's actually his music playing and not the boss's.
Yeah.
So we also have
Bosses are like,
Zafer
"Oh,
on
shit,
ROM
we're gonna
right
die."
now.
I'm glad Zafer was able to figure out the connection stuff.
Yeah, I am too.
Looks like it's smoothed out quite a bit, so.
We actually had two people on Dark Beast Pearl. Because Dopamine just
Oh,
got it in
yeah.
school, it's on it.
Oh my god, we got to see double the Parl. Might be
Double
the
the
most
Parl,
he's ever been
double
on a
the
screen.
Are there any enemies that are like Pearl that are smaller and not boss enemies? Could we call them Pearl's Jr.?
Get out.
I appreciate
God,
that
what is
joke.
this? What? I'm trying to run a tournament here. What are you doing? I mean, I know I'm fine. That's fine. It's good. Good one. Funny.
You're not supposed to be salty, remember?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I've been thinking about a name change lately.
It's just gonna be banned Junkyard's jokes.
Yeah, it's got a nice ring to it.
Oh yeah.
I thought you were gonna ask a serious question about Parl, and I was like, well, actually, there's lore in Dark Beast and the chalices, and that's like a nope.
Oh no, you
Oh,
can't
no.
ever trust me not to make a dad joke.
So
You would make a
Zafer,
wonderful father. Sorry,
did
what?
he miss the charged R2?
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't get the stagger then.
No.
Cool.
I wonder if he's going to.
Spinning. We're spinning.
We got some buffering action.
Oh
my
no.
God. Oh my God, spliced run. I'm just kidding. It looks like so what I see is that he's got the throwing knife. He's got 20 throwing knives equipped, which means that he's got a backup for this situation. A lot of runners will choose to throw Molotovs or throwing knives at
Yeah, he'll basically wait for her to lift her head up, and then he can go ahead and throw a knife.
because that stagger is pretty precise.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got Squilla going into
Dude, I should
Wetners.
not have said anything about Zafer's connection. I freaking caster cursed him.
Gosh dang it, Zero! Why would you do that?
This is terrible. What have I done?
You've done that. You're like 2 for 2 in both tournaments now.
Yeah, why do I even speak?
It's because you have a silky smooth voice. That's why.
You just get way too close to the microphone.
oh man,
Hello, chat.
Oh boy.
we have
Can we get some lewds in chat for Josh's voice, please?
We got some ASMR tournament action up in here.
I'm gonna check on Zafer real fast.
He died because broadcast stopped. I'd say if he wants to keep going, by all means. But tech difficulties can be the most tilting thing.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Hi, Eddie Holic.
Did someone tell Eden that this is a speed run?
Eden is just the speediest of boys. He cannot be stopped nor slowed.
So there's actually like a little bit of metagaming that goes into going fast. Part of it is like, okay, you want to finish faster than the other runners in case you tie. But another big part of it is the shorter your run is, the less opportunity for mental fatigue you have. Also, I don't know if anybody saw that, but Eden was going so fast that the area didn't load in. Like, genuinely. Like, the area loaded in about 3 seconds after he entered it.
And sometimes if you menu your items in too quick, like your weapon, like it'll take a second for it to load in as well.
Oh man, this game would benefit so much from a PC like release or a remaster.
There are rumors, but I'm always cautiously optimistic with rumors like that.
Can always hope, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Horizon Zero Dawn's coming to PC, so
Right?
wanna
And that
get
is a Sony IP, so I don't know.
I thought you
People
said.
always say. Sorry, go ahead, Junkie.
I thought you said Ryzen Zero Gods, and I was like, "Is this a new CPU from AMD?"
It's like what?
What are we talking about? Oh boy, that sounds exciting.
Yeah, I was like, "Man, new CPU."
Man, they got real pretentious with their naming. What's up?
Right? That's just like a big slap in Intel's face.
What? Squilla just got like shot like
Oh
out
no.
of nowhere. Like the freaking enemy pre-fired basically as he was rounding a corner.
at the very least, I would hope for maybe a 60 FPS patch on PS5.
Oh, that would be so nice.
Yeah, I would.
There
I
are
would take
times
that.
in this game where there's just a little too much going on, and you'll see these insane frame drops. And it makes it real difficult to get those precise movements you need.
Yeah, this game has frame pacing issues as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and like, some of the From Software games I think could be run at 30 FPS and like not really suffer that much. Like I think with DS1 for example, there isn't necessarily like the game is paced slower, but for a game that's paced this quickly, to go at 30 FPS. You know, it adds a level of difficulty.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't get a PS4 Pro patch at the very least.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
But you know, these games are very hard to like patch to 60 FPS, just because of the fact that the physics are tied to frame rate in these games.
Mm-hmm.
So,
We're
like,
back with Zephyr. Yay!
nice. I know he died on his previous ROM attempt. I think he got, you know, sidetracked by the tech difficulties, but
Yeah.
like, I know Zephyr to be a pretty damn good runner, so I'm just happy to see him playing, you know.
I wholeheartedly agree with that. And I would say he borders the least tiltable runner probably on the hit list team. I have seen him come across so many things that would tilt other people that he just plays it off and just keeps going.
Yeah.
Super level-headed.
He got his runs so fast. Like, he started working on it, and it felt like he got it like a month later.
3 weeks.
Oh my! I was exaggerating. That's amazing.
No, really, he got it in 3 weeks. It was insane.
That's amazing. It was like his fourth attempt at the run, or like fourth, you know, full run or something like that. And then he got all bosses like pretty quickly after that, if I recall correctly.
Hey,
Just
Zero.
an amazingly fast learner.
Mm-hmm.
Zero, I pinged you on Discord. All right.
So
Eden is heading towards Abridus? Is that the pronunciation we all decided on?
I think it's Ebritus.
Ebritus.
Bright ass?
That's it.
Okay. All right. Good.
I'm just gonna call it Robitussin.
Noodle face, I think, also works. Spaghetti face.
I'm like trying to piece together like a joke in my head, and it's like just I should have given up on it, but it's like
just not happening.
I'm thinking like etu britus, like an etu brute type of thing, and I'm like, you know what? I'll throw it out there, but I'm not expecting to get anything out of this.
I'll give you a hearty chuckle.
Okay. Thanks, Pixie. Thank you.
You're welcome. I don't like when people come up with jokes and they don't get laughed at.
Thanks, Sunrun. At least somebody appreciates the, you know, extremely high level of humor that only five heads like me can come up with.
GG Zephyr. Past ROM.
Nice.
Very nice.
Looks like Eden heading to Witches now.
Mm-hmm. So Witches is a fun boss once you learn the trick behind them. So for those who have played Bloodborne but not necessarily done multiple runs or no hit runs, Witches summon those weird, hairy shadow creatures. If you go into the boss fight, though, with 0 insight, they won't summon anything. So what we should see from all the runners is they'll get all the way into the witch's boss fight. Bold Hunters mark out, run back to the boss fight again with 0 insight. And that way, they can just worry on taking down the 2 witches, and they won't have to worry about getting hit or dealing with the shadow creatures.
That's so
Yeah, I don't think
cool.
Eden does that. I think he just blew
deals with
elixirs. Yeah, he deals with them.
I think
Really?
those little shadow guys.
And I do
like,
the same.
Like, I think they just don't know how to handle blue elixirs. Like, it takes them like 10 seconds to aggro to you if you're blue elixir.
All right, I'm back. Sorry, I had to step away to go to the bathroom.
Is that a speedrun thing? Just a blue elixir?
Yes. Yeah, it's faster.
Ah.
I was like,
Because otherwise you got to go back, right?
is going to the bathroom a speedrun thing? What?
Did you speedrun the bathroom? How
I mean-
fast is your PB? We need to know.
Your PB?
Wow. I can't even just can we just mute your mic?
Oh, okay. I'll just go away. I'm sorry.
All right, so catch me up. What did I miss? We got amygdala here.
We got Eden going towards witches. We got Zephyr, who has completed ROM. Gimme has just gone into the Miko fight at 0 hits. We might see a hitless any % out of Gimme here.
Oh man.
I would be very excited to see a hitless any %.
Gimmy's actually done with Miko.
Mhm.
Oh, he's done. Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So
Wow.
he's
It's
so he
just
has
that
one more
fast.
boss. Yep.
Did you hand wash %, Junkie?
I did.
the?
I did indeed.
Did you do the no flush tech?
No, I definitely flushed, and I definitely washed my hands
Okay.
because people complained about how
Took
loud
the
it
safe
was.
Strats.
I am doing my best to support Save the Children by washing my hands.
Well,
GG.
You know,
congratulations on your hitless P %.
we're trying to host a serious tournament here.
The only thing I can think of is that hitless P % is probably different for guys than girls.
Oh, okay.
You know. Okay. Oh, anyway.
Going back to the Saving the Children, we are doing this on behalf of Save the Children, which is providing COVID-19 support and resources to children, and they primarily work with, from my understanding, children who are particularly susceptible to whatever is going on with COVID-19, where they're losing family members, or they don't have access to quality education in these times of need. That's what they're driving towards with their organization at the moment. And this is on behalf of the GG League Souls for Souls charity drive as well. And that's going to be in full effect next week as part of the Souls for Souls. Is it all games? I believe it's all games, all Soulsborne games tournament.
Yeah, so thank you guys for your super, super generous support. Really goes a long way. And we're having fun doing it.
Yeah.
That's
Got
what
some
matters.
really super fabulous runners here.
No Demon Souls, apparently. My apologies.
I see.
So you get 4 out of the 5 games.
Yeah. So we have some really good insight into witches that I'm going to read from Doofish Hunter, who's also another Bloodborne no-hit runner, who knows quite a bit about the games. So he said
Is that an
you can
insight
also
pun?
leave a pixel of health on the first witch, kill the second witch, and then go back and kill the first one. So once you kill one of the witches, the other is unable to do the very dangerous blue orb attack. That attack basically surrounds you and it locks you in place for a set amount of time. So once a witch is killed, the remaining will automatically summon help and cannot attack for about 10 seconds. So you run up and able to kill her. So it's a really good, that itself is a really good strat for dealing with the witches overall. So thank you, Doofus, for that wonderful insight.
Oh man, we've got another Ebrietis here from Squilla.
Oh, right.
Which always makes... Oh, he didn't get the Visceral. So he has to deal with... Okay. Whoo, he got that last R1 off. That is an amazingly precise strategy on Ebrietis and can cause a lot of runners.
He
issues.
might have messed up a little bit there, but it looks like he was able to save it.
Yeah.
Are we out of music? Did we run out of the music while it's gone? Apparently we ran out of the music.
It's all right. We still have the music within our hearts.
Hey, that's okay.
Aww.
Ebratus? I'm not going to say that. I refuse.
Eat brats?
I mean, I'm
That's
down for
what I
some
heard.
brats.
I'm
Don't
down
mind
for
if
some
I do.
brats too. So we have Eden going to the infamous Martyr Ligarius.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
the fastest way to do it is to do witches and then just go straight to Castle Canehurst.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, he sent the elevator back down, which scares me.
Why does that scare you?
That scares me because sending the elevator back down acknowledges the chance that you're going to need to use it.
Ah. So that's
Monk
actually
ass.
a really interesting insight into kind of the mentality of a no-hit runner. So when you guys open up shortcuts like that, are you acknowledging that for sure you'll probably need it in the future, or doing it just as a precaution in case things don't go the right way? So like if
It's
you get the
definitely a
wrong
precaution.
V-
I would
You know
say for
what?
the tournament, it's probably a precaution. Like, I think if
Yeah.
Eden was doing a run, he wouldn't grab it.
There may also be a circumstance where maybe he gets some RNG he can't deal with and he needs to, like, mark out. I don't know if that's a thing on Logarius.
Okay.
But that would be a good reason to get the shortcut.
Mm-hmm.
Because say, like, if you're on a one-hit PB, like on a run, like a lot of the lamps and shortcuts you skip, because if you get hit, your run's over anyways. It's a reset.
Also, like, think about on Logarius. So he has a chance. So he has an attack in phase 2 where he puts his sword into the ground. Like, he puts his sword on the ground and then it shoots a bunch of projectiles at you. And he can sometimes place it under the floor where you can't shoot it. And that's a big problem for sure.
If it's done right, hopefully you won't see phase 2 here.
That's okay. Yeah, you're totally right.
Oh man. Oh, that jump away. But very well done, Eden. So Eden is now going to the last two bosses.
Yep, Garman and Moon.
Mm-hmm. He is the speediest of both. We also have dopamine on Wet Nurse.
It looks like dopamine locks on for Nurse. A lot of people fight her unlocked. I know I do.
We missed Squilla's deletion of Cleric Beast from the game, unfortunately. So Dopamine seems to be playing this very safely. From what I can tell, he's only waiting for 2 or 3 different attacks.
Oh yeah, he's being very safe, and then just a very safe R1, L1.
Mm-hmm. Eden is on Gehrman, the first hunter.
But as Eden has on splits, Gehrmoon.
Gehrmoon.
A lot of
Not even
runners
giving
will
them
do
separate
that.
splits.
Since you fight them one after another,
Mm-hmm.
you just
The
put them as
disrespect.
one split.
I don't believe this. Moon Presence deserves her own split.
She is a valid boss.
This is an outrage. GG Dopamine with the
GG
any
on,
percent hit list.
Mhm.
Eden.
Very nicely done.
Ooh, and Eden takes down Gehrman. Terrifying fight. That was fast.
With a celebratory victory dance as well.
Okay. We're going to go ahead and pull McRaptor in here.
Oh my god. The man, the myth, the legend.
McRaptor, go ahead and give us a brief chat so we can level your audio.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Oh, you're like perfect
God.
already.
Oh boy.
Nice, perfect.
Oh man, you guys having fun today?
We are.
No.
Always. Josh.
Always.
is
No,
No,
no
lot of
zero.
wonderful runners.
Junkie's been telling puns, and it's really, I can't handle it.
I thought they were really good dad jokes, man. I think you just aren't on the level. This is what it,
Not a dad yet.
He's not ready for the dad jokes.
I bet there's some lucky lady in chat who would love you to be the father of their children. So right now, if you're in chat and you want Zero to have your baby,
I'm gonna have to run that by my wife first, but I think we can
Quick,
get that.
quick Zero, hide your wife from the chat. Don't let her see it.
rewind. Never
Make
mind.
that run for Eden.
Shit.
Anyway,
All right, all right. So let's have a moment. McRaptor, you've been organizing GG League. Tell us about the Souls for Souls COVID-19 relief tournament, and also if you have some more information around Save the Children, some of that as well.
Yeah, let's talk about the charity first, if that makes sense. And by the way, I think we're up to 160 now towards the $500 goal. So thank you everybody for helping out in chat here. I know by the time this tournament wraps tomorrow, we're going to be well on our way. So thank you for supporting everything these wonderful casters are doing here, and the kids, man. So Save the Children does a lot of things all year long. This particular charity drive is for COVID-19 response. And so this is for health and education, protection, and global coordination. So this is not just a US thing. It's not just Europe. It's the entire world. They're helping out kids and families everywhere. And so to just give you an idea of some things where your donation will go when it gets to them, and 100% through that link goes right to Save the Children. OG and I are not buying Lambos with your money. We would like Lambos, but we're going to save kids first. So just for like a $10 donation, that can feed a kid across the world for 10 days. I don't know how they do it, but they have contacts, and that's like 10 days worth of food for a kid who's been malnourished and struggling right now because of what's going on globally. People are out of work. People are sick. Hospitals are overrun. I did a poll the other day, and it looked like, about 60% of the Souls community that voted on Twitter said that they haven't been affected yet, directly by jobs like layoffs and furloughs and things like that. But still 40% of our community right here. And this is probably a pretty well-advantaged community. You have the internet, you have time to hang out on Twitch and sub to people and all that. So, 40% of all the people here are already affected. Imagine what is happening, out in the world in places where people aren't that lucky. So that's $10. $25 can feed up to 25 kids, like a single meal, like a whole school classroom worth of food, which is crazy. And so, $50 early education materials, books, games, software, supplies, things like that, and the list goes on. So, $1, $5, $10, $50, whatever it is, whatever you have, help the kids if you can. Obviously, and we want you to support the entire community as well. So support your streamers out there. Keep watching, keep subbing, keep staying connected. That's really what we're trying to do here. Now that was a lot of information.
All right. I mean, it was all fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I didn't even know those stats. The fact that you can feed for $10, you can feed a kid for 10 days. Is that did I hear that right?
That is correct. So what it is, and it's like a high nutrient peanut paste bar, and so I don't know how they do this. Like, as I'm not the expert, but they can mass produce this, and maybe it's not like the tastiest treat out there, but it, feeds a kid for an extended period of time. And just imagine what you can do, and just think about all the people out there right now that are struggling. I mean, with the shutdowns and the quarantines and people that are sick and in the hospital, it's like these kids were all already needing help. I mean, Save the Children was already doing things anyway. So now there's just like a heightened need for it. So, if you haven't lost your job, if you're still one of the lucky ones that's doing okay, think about what you might be able to provide for others. And, we really appreciate it. And you get this free, awesome content to boot. So it's like, hey, it's like a complete win-win.
Indeed. All right. So now tell us about GG League and what is the Souls for Souls Relief Tournament next week?
Oh man, super excited for this. So I took about a year off, but when I saw this COVID-19 thing and I saw people in chat talking about tournaments and all these great things you guys have been doing, I just thought it's time to get another big one together. So next weekend from Friday through Sunday, so April 24th to 26th, we're going to have a huge tournament, like huge. All the big names that you could possibly imagine in Soulsborne, a lot of new guys too. It's going to be really exciting. It's covering everything from Soulsborne through Sekiro now, not Demon Souls though. It's really hard to find people that play demons, by the way. But outside of that, it's going to cover everything. It's going to be team-based, also for charity. We're going to continue to raise for Save the Children, but I also have a very lofty goal, very high goal for our United Way COVID-19, which we'll talk more about that next weekend. But it's COVID-19 aid across the board, saving the kids, saving people, saving families, and having a hell of a good time watching people go hitless and speed runs. Hobbs going to be there, Squilla, Fraz, K Witty, Gino, Eden, the list is just absolutely insane. Odds Darva's coming back out of the woodwork. Like we've got some crazy names. So very, very excited for that.
Sounds awesome, dude. Sounds awesome. I know I'm going to be there personally. I'm going to be watching every day. It's going to be great. And then on top of that, it's going to be just another fantastic tournament. I'm definitely curious to see, who ends up, kind of taking it. But more importantly, I'm more intrigued to see how much money we end up, that tournament ends up raising for Save the Children.
I think we're going to go big, man. This community's so generous, right? I mean, they're just so helpful, so kind to each other, such a tight-knit group. I think it's going to be great. It's going to be big. We also were given the opportunity to get front page for the first couple hours of the Saturday and Sunday stream. So there's going to be a lot of new people. So we're going to have the moderators out in force. They're going to be banning the shit kids, and like welcoming the cool people. And it's going to be crazy, man. So it's so great to be a part of this. Junkyard Man, really cool to see what you've done too. I took a year off, and a lot of people stepped up and put things together, and you guys are doing a great job here. It's so exciting to see this continue and to highlight the awesome things that this community is doing. So thank you, man.
Of course. It's not just one person doing all this. Zero's been a very big help. The casters have been a tremendous help as well. Moderators also. Everybody's chipping in to do this stuff here and there, and it really does help us go a long way in regards to continue to put on this stuff. I know McRaptor knows from firsthand experience just how taxing putting on some of these tournaments can be. And so anything that people chip in is a huge help.
Oh, for sure. Even if it's time and help, just showing up is huge. Those sweet tweets like, let your mom know it's a charity tournament. Even if she doesn't know Souls, maybe she's got money in her wallet, dude. Be like, Mom, come watch Souls for a bit. It's really fun. And give some money to the kids, dude. So like, yeah, it's very open. I mean, these events are like the hit list run's tough to explain to new folks, but I think you guys are doing a great job explaining it today. And I think even if you don't understand fully, like even if you're out there in chat right now, you don't really know what's going on, you can tell that this is exciting and these guys are skilled and this is a fun place to be.
Indeed. I appreciate tremendously. McRaptor, feel free to stick around if you want as well.
Oh yeah, man. I'll chill for a bit. I'll let you guys do your thing. Just if you guys need any information about the tournament, it's all at ggsouls.com. And please give all the commentators on the board right now, except Zero. Big support. Zero's a bitch. Everyone else is awesome.
It's true. I am a bitch. Yeah.
All right, good.
The only reason we invite him is his silky smooth voice. That's the only reason.
It's just what it is. I know what I am. I'm just an object with a nice voice, I suppose.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you don't even need a webcam.
But good God, did you hear that McRaptor voice though? Oh,
That
baby.
McRaptor voice. You have some competition here. He's back.
You
You might be knocked off your pedestal.
Oh man.
Is this what we're doing?
The only competition is on hits right now, and it looks like Gimme coming out of nowhere is fucking shit up, dude.
Oh yeah,
Look at this guy.
rocking the Zero.
Gimmy's probably my least recognized. 'Cause I don't think he streams that much, so I haven't really been able to catch a lot of his runs.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm familiar with every other runner basically.
He is OG Souls. Like he's been around a long time.
Yeah.
He was very consistent from what I've seen.
Yeah.
When I just looked at his run.
Zephyr has overcome quite a few technical difficulties himself and is on One Reborn, so the unflappable Zephyr.
Yeah, I mean every runner is very amazing, even if they have a few hits. I mean,
Yes,
even 5 hits is very good. Not a lot of people
for
could
sure.
do that.
Like these runs, regardless of which game it is, they're all difficult for a variety of reasons. And it just...
Even more so in a tournament setting, for sure.
Yeah, you have to think the added pressure of the tournament setting can probably shake some people up a little bit. Because you have more eyes on your runs, especially those who aren't used to having, a ton of people watching them and commentating on them. But they're
My
all doing
first
amazing.
Bloodborne run I did for a tournament, it was just me and someone else. I forgot who it was, but apparently it was just me for like 90% of that run. And if I knew that, like that would have messed me up so bad.
Yeah.
So like,
I mean,
I'm so glad like I didn't get no updates or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's really interesting because like some people, it's interesting to see how some people perform super, super well under pressure, and then some people like, are less comfortable in that setting, and like there's a lot of mentality that goes into it.
I just want to say, interrupt real quick. SMZ Corey, thank you so much for that $37.60 with a comment, McRar.
Oh baby.
All right, so the One Reborn's out. Eden,
So- Eden is going through all of the DLC, and I think it's because he finished
Yeah.
so early.
yeah, and so
In the case of a tiebreaker, I mean he's still at 1 hit. That's amazing.
And the DLC bosses are not easy.
Yeah, Ludwig is
The
insane.
DLC content's definitely the hardest content in the game.
I love this failure.
That basically goes for any of the games, honestly.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, living failures.
it's
aptly
So I-
named.
this fight is.
Zero, I didn't know you were in this game.
Oh my god.
Oh man,
Hashtag original humor.
That was so easy. That wasn't even. That was almost a dad joke. Like that was so easy. Oh man, I should have had Junk say that. Man, come on, you got to cover the dad jokes for us.
Well, you know.
They sometimes
You got to get in the DMs. Be like,
Yeah.
hey, Junkie, say this. It's funny.
Right. Be like, can you shove your foot in your mouth? Just for me right now.
Just a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit.
See, what you guys don't know is I actually DM'd McRaptor and I was like, hey, say this. It'll be really funny.
Ah.
People
That's
will love that.
true. That's true.
Give you a little peek behind the curtain.
Oh.
Oh, Eden just, the Maria, dude.
That hurts, man.
Okay, so I'm gonna create a separate list here. DLC distance was Lady Maria.
Mhm.
Yes. Oh, he's gonna see phase. Oh, he's not gonna see phase 3. Just kidding. I know this fight. I definitely super know this fight.
Where's phase 3? It's over. Okay. Nicely done. though.
Zephyr got hit. Did I miss the Zephyr hit?
What did Xavier
Where did he
hit
get
by?
it at?
He got hit in Yahar Ghul, I know.
Mm.
We got a clip in shot.
Nice.
So Squilla's
Oh,
on his
yeah,
way to
Pepper
Ligarius.
Terrifying fight.
Ugh.
Oh my god, and Eden's on his way to Orphan. I wanted to see Orphan today. I'm so happy.
Oh man. You got your wish. Eden's very
Very
first
unlucky.
words after the Maria fight was that was very unlucky.
Yeah.
Dopamine's on his way to witches, almost witches.
So I'm curious if he is gonna mark out or just deal with the summons.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like he's gonna mark out. All right, just playing it safe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, marking out is not a bad strategy in that fight overall. It does take
I mean,
more
the only
time.
reason not
but-
to do it is if you're going for speed. I would say.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was the clip for number 4 for Zephyr.
Mm-hmm.
See how mean Santa Claus is going to be.
Santa Claus.
Mm-hmm.
Does he
Santa
bring
Claus.
presents?
Yeah.
Presents to all the
Hits.
good boys and girls.
Many hits you'll take.
Yeah, he brings you a present, a big red orb skull to the face.
Oh
Yeah,
boy, that's
or
always what I
flying
wanted.
Swords.
Voldemort style.
I'm so happy Santa got my letter this year. I always wanted a red orb to the face.
I'm going to quickly interrupt here. Anonymous with the $20 donation with a comment, poor Squilla.
Aw.
Nah, he's killing it. He's
is
killing
killing
it. And by it, I mean Santa Claus. He's killing Christmas.
How dare Squilla?
Now,
First,
Squilla
Eden
does
was
something a little different. He'll lock on and dash in and go for an L1.
Is the L1 like the twin blades in DS3? Is it just easy mode?
It's like a transform attack. Does
Yeah, the
pretty- does,
L1
like-
is a transform, but you
like
can if you just do
extra-
the L1, it just like unhooks you. You need to like dash and then do the L1 to do the attack.
So
It's
the-
nicely for Squilla though.
Yeah, GG. The trick weapons, I think, is the coolest mechanic of
God.
any of the Souls games. Because of how dynamically all of the different trick weapons move and their movesets. So in no hit runs, you usually only see either the saw spear or the saw cleaver. But as you can see, so when you do a regular attack or a dash and you hit L1, it changes how the weapon format is. And then when you do another L1, it'll do another attack with it. And those attacks actually do more damage than just a regular R1.
Extra damage, extra stagger damage too.
Mhm.
So Zephyr took a call beyond or not a call beyond, an auger to the face from Miko. Got the freaking tentacles, man.
And here we see the orphan cheese in place.
Oh man.
The best way to fight orphan, the only way to fight orphan.
Oh
really.
man. Imagine cheesing this boss. I don't believe this. I can't believe
Not
my
no
eyes.
hit runners. They would never find a way to cheese a boss.
Never.
Ah,
All right, GG on Orphan.
Yeah.
what? That's an interesting little bug that I've never seen where Orphan... Did y'all see that? Orphan was just
Reason
standing
is because they didn't program a death animation for phase 1 because they didn't think anyone could kill him.
Oh, I see. So with that cheese, okay, it never actually entered phase 2.
Yeah. FromSoft didn't think anyone would be able to kill him without going to phase 2.
So he just stands there and stares
Yeah.
off into the
They
1,000
didn't program
yard
a death
stare.
animation.
We got witches for dopamine.
So he actually went with the 0 insight strat, which is super comfy.
Yeah. Slower, but effective.
There's a question that Squilla needs to know. Can we quit out on mood presence?
I would say so. I don't see any reason why not. Just
Yeah.
to... I mean, otherwise it's a super precisely timed hunter's mark, and then if he misses it, then he's forced into NG+. I'd say, yeah, just that's totally fine.
Okay. I will pop over to his chat and let him know if somebody hasn't already.
Can you imagine? You just like you do it too late, you get forced into NG+, and then it's just like, well, okay, I guess the run's over unless I want to play the whole game again to get to DLC.
Right, right. Okay, I'll add that to the rules.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Oh my god, we got Miko doing the lovely little teleport dance there.
It looked like Zephyr got the right RNG to poison him.
And that's quit out is specifically to avoid going into the DLC.
Yeah, basically just so that you don't get forced into NG+.
Because Bloodborne will just force you right into NG+. There's no, do you want to start Journey 1 or whatever, or Journey 2.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Eden.
Oh no.
That's unfortunate.
The goddamn habanero cleric beast, man.
Larry is not fun. I mean, when your legs fall off because of fire, I can't imagine it would be a good boss to go up against.
So that's
No.
Eden's third hit. Because he got hit once by... Okay, we gotta...
So yeah, in
Well-
the DLC, he has one hit to Maria, one hit to Larry.
Right. Larry.
I'm trying to fix these spreadsheets, and y'all know how this is.
Yep.
Spreadsheets are hard, man.
You know, I got a guy who does that now.
You got a
I don't do
spreadsheet guy?
Hell yeah, man! You got to get a spreadsheet guy.
Oh my god, McRaptor. Look at
Yeah.
him flaunting, flexing his spreadsheet guy.
Man,
Yep.
I'm usually the spreadsheet guy.
They update the names. Oh yeah.
We
I'll
got
show you the tricks.
Squilla on Gairman. Beautiful fight.
Man. Yes, it is.
Good old Gare Bear.
Good old Gare Bear. I think Gehrman is the best last boss. Maybe right behind Ishin. That's only because I'm a Sekiro fangirl, but that's me.
They're both in the the Field of Flowers too.
Yeah, and the music is just top tier.
Are we talking about Metal Gear Solid 3 again?
Huh, what? No,
I'm sorry.
what?
Hey, the final boss you fight in a field of flowers. What are we talking about? So we have Eden Issue going into Lawrence.
Oh right, yeah, he's going in for round 2. I think the hardest part about Gehrman is that gun.
Yeah.
He can just throw out shots so quickly.
Ooh, another one for Eden.
Ooh. And another one for Squilla too.
Yeah.
Can we make sure we have clips of this?
We have Gimme on Celestial Emissary.
Little blue strawberries.
Little blue strawberries. I mean, they are kind of cute. They just kind of like wobble towards you. They're not even menacing, really.
They make little like the way I describe the noise that they make when they're running around. It kind of sounds like marbles. A little bit.
Yeah.
Little marbles like clacking
little
together.
Marbles.
God, they're cute. Do we have to kill them?
When's the last time you've seen actual marbles?
Actual marbles,
Okay,
like real life marbles?
As a kid, I
Yeah,
had those
like
little
real
marble tracks.
Oh,
I don't know if
yeah.
y'all ever had those. They would
I
have
need to
like
get those, man. Oh no, Eden did it again. Oh no, man.
No.
Eden's giving up on life.
Lars is probably the hardest DLC boss in my opinion.
He's got like the most health out of any boss in any Souls game.
Beefy health bar, and he's just really hard.
Yeah, he is.
Dopamine is still on a 0-hit run.
It's amazing.
So Squilla's at Moon Presence now.
Moon
Presence is
limb
terrifying.
breaks, right?
Yeah.
You have to get like the 100 to 0 combo, otherwise you're gonna get like drained.
Yeah. It's kind of like that with the Breedis too, which we got up in the upper right there.
Yeah.
Maybe
Maybe they're cousins or something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they are both great ones.
We have a lore master here. I don't. Oh, that's.
Oh, he got drained.
Yeah.
He saved the combo though, it looks like.
Yeah, so it's a single hit then. See what happens here.
Alright.
Okay.
So that's 7 for
There's
school.
so much happening at the same time right now.
If only we had as many eyes as Rom.
Right?
We could see
Grant us
everything.
eyes, man. Grant us eyes.
Grant us eyes.
No.
Can we get clips of those? Skula does not have 78 hits.
No.
78 hits.
Oh my god. What happened on Moon Presence?
That would have been a nightmare.
Yeah, actually, every point of health drain counts as a hit.
Oh god.
So this is very interesting what Dope's doing in here. I don't think this is what he wanted.
I don't think so either.
Actually, I think this
Some people
is.
do it like this, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Ozzy does it like this.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
wild, man. That is
Yeah,
wild.
it's scary, but I
Okay.
guess they opt for this because they're not
You just-
comfortable with the precise timing.
Yeah.
A quick
Well,
kill.
he's just playing with his food right now, I guess. So as long as he doesn't get hit, it doesn't matter.
I wonder what attack he's going for.
That's what I'm
I'd
wondering too.
prone
What
that
opening
to
he's looking
slam him
for?
Head down, I
Well,
think.
The head staggers, I believe.
Okay.
You
he's
try to
probably
bait
waiting
the
for a
head
head
slam.
She's just whipping him with spaghetti, though.
Oh my god, look at those beautiful noodle tentacles.
Mm-hmm.
Is
That
Squilla
actually kind of makes me
done?
hungry. I
Looks
think
like he's
Squilla's done.
finished.
Yeah.
Let's
Yep,
see.
he's done.
At a
He's showing
143?
time.
143.13.
Cool. I get that down.
And Vickers down.
Is Squilla going into DLC? Do we know?
GG on Lawrence. We're eating.
Yay, Eden! So Eden is done as well. Done as well. Extra content he maybe didn't even need to do.
Right.
It looks like Squilla's ended. So. Okay.
Do we want to get
Or he started.
Squilla
again?
in here?
Yeah, we can get Squilla in here. Okay, what's do we know what time Eden had? 156 something. The font was about size 2 on my side, so I don't really know what it said.
He's typing to us right now.
Oh my god.
Look at that.
Oh, right.
Okay, so we've got Zephyr wrapping up the any percent. Oh man, GG Squilla.
Yeah,
GG,
GG, Squilla. Thank you
indeed.
so much for running today.
Congrats, Will.
It was a
It
pleasure
was
watching
wonderful
you.
having you.
Rest that voice. Feel good.
So I haven't been paying attention to if we've seen the runners skipping Nightmare phase on Wet Nurse.
So we've seen, I know Squilla skipped Nightmare Phase. I know Eden skipped Nightmare Phase. I don't know if Gimme skipped Nightmare Phase. His fight was real fast, though, so I'm assuming we probably did. And Zephyr just skipped it as well.
All right, we're gonna get Eden.
For those who don't know, when you see the orb thing, before you see the orb, you lock on and dash to the right twice, and that will cancel it out if you time it right.
So how precise is that move?
It's pretty precise, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you gotta like dash. Well, it's actually the second dash that cancels it out, but you do the first one for the timing.
Oh,
What's
okay.
up?
Okay.
Oh my God,
so
it's
we
Eden.
got Eden in here.
Eden, you speedy boy.
Eden,
Me?
goodness gracious.
Oh my god.
Yeah, congrats.
Did anybody tell you this wasn't a speed run?
What?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, right. Yeah, my DLC was a mega scuffed, but yeah.
What? So
Overall,
what
it's
happened with
pretty decent.
what happened on Lawrence? Was it? Did he just like?
On
I don't know, do
Lawrence,
something weird.
let me think. So, oh yeah, I didn't took the visceral on my first attempt, so I kind of the entire combo just fell down because what I'm trying to
okay.
do, like this attack that he starts off the fight with, always he starts off with the same combo, and you can keep him in the loop of the same attack over and over and over again.
Oh right.
If you're gonna stagger him, so you have to like during this attack you have to stagger him, then again and again, and like the first hit was just honestly very unfortunate because it caught me under my tail end of the iframes, and the other one I was just like, wow, what do I do? I just fight him straight up, and I got stomped on, and I died again, and then like I did BL4 strats, and that worked out pretty well.
Nice.
And Maria, I was trying to fish for a backstep, and very unfortunately, she did the attack, the power armor, the infamous, the one and only.
That Maria hit looked super unfortunate.
And
then everything else was mostly pretty textbook.
Mm-hmm.
and the old Yharnam, that was very unfortunate too. I just didn't I didn't land on the lamp, not on the lamp, on the the tower that I wanted to. I just slid off of it, and when you slide off of things in every Souls game, you're probably gonna end up in a store roll, and it's exactly what's happened.
Yeah, it's happened to me quite a few times.
Well, super clean run, dude. Very well done.
Yeah.
So if Dub's gonna finish with 0, he's going through this from this bracket, or is it gonna be best of 4? I'm sorry, 4 people in the finals, or is it gonna be 2 people?
The way it's gonna work is we're gonna do best of 4 for the day.
You cut out for me. Could you repeat?
We're doing best of 4 for the day.
For the finals, for tomorrow,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
the
so-
top
Yeah,
4 out
so
of all 8
top
will
4
go to the
runners.
finals.
Okay.
So and I think because you already did the DLC, if
You
we
might
needed to
still
do a
be in toward the
tiebreaker.
end.
Yeah.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, you as far as distance you made to Lady Maria, and so we'll keep track of that.
Okay. Okay, thank you for having me. I will watch from the background, from the chat. Thank you. And
Thank
good
you
luck
for
to all the
running, Ian.
runners.
Yeah, thank you, Eden. It was a
love
very
you, Eden.
entertaining run.
Thanks. Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
See ya.
Bye, Eden. Oh my god, what a cutie.
Shh, Josh, he can still hear you. Gee.
Oh god, oh no. I don't think he's cute.
No, not at all.
No, that
Wait,
Eden,
no, that's
he's...
mean. You have
Oh,
to
God.
do something neutral.
I gotta, Eden is my friend.
Yay!
Can you stop objectifying Eden, okay? He is a competitive player, content creator.
Oh,
He's more than
God.
just a piece of meat.
He is a very
know
cute
what?
boy, though.
I'm just gonna put the shovel down and quit digging myself out of a hole.
You got
know,
about
honestly,
5 feet deep.
Honestly, I can call up the local, excavation company, and we can get you a backhoe if you need, dude.
Hey, how about these runners? Oh my god, give me dopamine still on 0 hits, going towards Mario Logarius. We've got Zephyr, just
Safer just finished Cleric Beast.
deleting Cleric Beast from the game. 'Cause
Wait,
that's just,
there's a cleric beast in the game?
not anymore. There isn't. Nope.
Nope, not anymore.
Oh my god, look at all of those green splits. I haven't seen so much green in my life.
So I feel like most people, because like you said, McReptor, Gimme is an older runner. He's been around in the community for a very long time.
Yeah, he's
One of
like
the OG.
65 years old or something, and just very impressive at his age. You know?
Right? Those reflex skills, geez.
Keeps the mind sharp,
I bet he has salt and pepper hair.
For real.
That handsome, old guy hair going on there.
He's
we
have
also a
objectifying
little
runners.
cutie, but yeah, he's been around a long time. He is OG. He has put on some amazing tournament runs in the past, so
Hmm.
not surprised to see where he's at right now.
And I feel like most people are probably seeing Zephyr and Gimme maybe for the first time.
Yeah, I'm definitely am one of the people that I'm newer to the Souls community, and I've obviously known of Gimme Dopamine,
Mhm.
super legendary runner, but I've never gotten the chance to see him live. So this is really
Yeah,
a
I think this
super
is my
unique
first time
experience for me.
seeing him do a run.
He does some
I'm
crazy
super
stuff
happy
in
for that.
games too. He tends to be very aggressive with a lot of his strats. I don't know if in his old age he's backed off a little bit, but when he was doing DS3 any percent, he was taking some risks like on deacons that people wouldn't do. He just charging on in, no NASCAR shit. He just goes for the kill, and it's amazing to watch him.
So we
It's
got
like the
dopamine
old-
getting in the carriage. What is going on here?
He's going to
He's
Canehurst
going on a
Castle.
ride. Yeah,
Okay.
he's visiting Santa.
Santa.
Santa Claus.
Going to the North Pole.
I forgot this is how you get to Santa Claus, but
This is how you.
yeah,
get
I
Santa
appreciate
Claus.
the reminder.
This
I always
is
thought it really
one
should
of
be
the
a sleigh.
best areas, in my opinion, in Bloodborne. It's just so
I love
unique and so
the whole
cool.
aesthetic to it.
It's pretty.
It's very pretty. I like snow.
This is a very easily skippable area on your first playthrough. It's very easy to miss.
Speaking of pretty, how about Eden Issue?
is
Thirsty
Eden
AF.
on your top 5 celebrity crush list, Josh?
Is Eden your free pass
man.
person?
Oh yeah, the wife. That's right. How does your wife feel about you wanting to make babies with Eden?
I mean, she knows.
All right, it's cool.
She's just okay with it. She's like, you know what? You do you, man.
What if she wanted to make babies with Eden? Would you give a pass for that since Eden's like your
It's-
boy?
Look, here's the thing. Have you seen Eden Issue though?
I mean,
Why?
have you have you looked at him?
Oh man,
What a tournament we got here, guys.
join the
Oh my
cuck shed with
goodness.
salt.
What is this? This cannot be the meme that comes out of this tournament. Absolutely
Apparently,
not.
this is the meme, and
Nope.
you started it.
Nope, did not. All I did was I'm just calling people cuties, and now I'm a cuck. Apparently, sorry.
Ah,
Game set.
Oh
match.
man. Let's be a lesson to you. Just don't call people cute.
this is you. You can't do
No.
it. Not on the internet.
No, you gotta call it the way you see it. If that's how you feel about the man, you gotta let people know. Don't hold that inside.
I like that mentality.
That's fair.
It
It's fair.
is fair.
The only problem we got is Junkyard hasn't revealed his crush.
I
yet.
know.
I mean,
Junkie.
Are we talking about celebrity crushes here, or are we talking
No,
about?
I consider Eden a celebrity, but yeah,
This
I
is
think we're
true,
talking
yeah.
about soul celebrities, right?
Yes.
I mean, I some things it's just better to keep to yourself. Otherwise, Zero will learn my secret.
And exploit
So it's somebody he's ashamed of.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, who
Yeah,
would you
I-
be ashamed to have a crush on in the Souls
Well,
community?
maybe
Everybody's pretty
we'll
cute.
Find out.
I mean, we really don't want
Oh
Zero
my God,
to
it's
find
me.
out. Do we?
Is your crush Zero, Junkie? You can tell us.
We prefer not to, implicate anybody here.
All right. Well, Junkie, you and
Just
I, we
keep
can
it
have a talk
professional.
after class.
That's right. That's right.
Man, professionalism is boring.
Professionalism. Have you seen my dog? My dog wears a tuxedo every day. Professional.
Wowie. That's like we need a Wowie emote, but with like a bow tie.
Do we
or
need to
something.
add Wowie to
Oh,
Better
man.
Twitch TV for my channel?
Wowie bow tie?
You need a Wowie bow tie.
Wowie bow tie?
Yes.
Yeah. Let me find it.
Does it
How
exist?
One search.
Okay, so
Oh my
we
God, we're
have
gonna see another Santa fight.
Gimme going into Santa Claus, which is the last boss before Gurman and Moon.
Ooh, he's actually so some runners will do German and Moon and then they'll mark out
Mm-hmm.
and then or quit out.
I
and
don't
then
have
they'll go
I don't
do
see a Wowie bow
optionals.
tie.
Well,
All
I've
right,
gotta
chat.
fix that, don't
Photoshop
we?
before.
We need
Yeah.
somebody with good Photoshop skills to make a Wowie bow tie, pretty please.
And a
Well,
monocle.
I mean, if
Can't
anybody's
forget the
ever
monocle.
seen
Cannot forget the
Stern
monocle.
Stash,
There is Stern
I'm
Stash.
actually the creator of Stern Stash.
There's also Sif W.
Sif W is great.
Sif W is great.
Oh, there's
Oh
Sif
my
Hop.
God.
Same thing as Squilla doing the dash in L1.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those OG strats.
It is. He's 65 years old, and the strats are still working though.
He's still got it. It's like the old retired cop that just found like the thing he's gotta, he's gonna go out and be a cop again.
Mm-hmm.
I think the reason to do it that way is to avoid the one big red skull.
Is it like the instant one?
Yeah, that one just now.
Yeah, screw that attack. Oh, his back was against a wall going into phase 2.
Yeah. He's edge walking off the wall, but eventually will come out. What a rude dude.
How many of y'all have accidentally rolled off of the roof while fighting Logarius?
Everyone.
Everyone.
Thank God.
That's just par for the course.
Oh my God.
You said you had, and then you're lying.
Yeah.
Also, if anybody has any interesting clips for the tournament, make sure and send them our way.
Oh, we've got this beautiful highlight reel thing that Junkie has set up to like the ability to watch things that have happened in the past. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's like playing it, but again, like you're replaying it,
They should call it like a video on demand.
or like a video againer. How about that?
I like
Ooh.
A video againer.
How about a re-video?
Wow.
Genius. What a concept.
Don't you mean
Concept.
re-video?
Review. Oh my God, Junkie.
Nobody has ever done this before.
It's the first time in the history of forever.
Inventing the wheel.
What's a wheel?
Oh,
It's
God.
round.
Highlight-o-matic? Oh, man.
Now we're talking.
Only if it's the
Gee,
Highlight-o-matic
man.
3000.
Darius.
Look at
We
this guy.
might see
He's
a
like perfect.
0-hit run.
Yeah, he's goddamn
Wow.
perfect.
He is goddamn perfect.
It's so clean. Does anyone? How much has Dopamine been practicing this run lately?
Probably every day, all day.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he was just like, he just woke up this morning and he was like, yeah, I guess I'll bust out a 0-hit run.
It's what some of these guys do, man.
It's like, yeah, I haven't played the game in 5 months, but it's fine.
Looks like Zephyr is buffering again a little bit. Might be having some more technical issues.
Oh, see the little spinny thing, Pixie? That's a wheel.
Oh. That is the magical
Yeah.
concept of the wheel that you all talk
Yeah,
about.
It's like,
Way
is
to
a round
mansplain
thing.
there, Salt.
Today.
It's what I do. If you want, I could explain more. So, on a car,
Uh-huh.
there are these four. I'm sorry, I'm done.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm-
wait, no.
I'm abandoning the
I'm-
bit.
Hey,
I'm
Bob the
dumb
engineer,
gamer
can we
girl.
mute
I
that guy,
don't know
please?
these things.
Oh, man.
I just want to be smart, okay?
That's
I
a cool
aspire
offline
to be a
stream.
fake gamer girl. That is my dream in life.
Hmm. Speaking of gamer girls, have you guys been to onlyfans.com/Eden issue?
Oh boy.
Oh, I didn't know where this was going. I was.
I
very-
mean, no. What is that? I have never heard of this before ever.
Click now.
I'm definitely not a tier 3 subscriber.
No.
If I knew what that was.
What's a tier?
I don't even know what OnlyFans is. What is that?
Yeah, right, buddy. All right. Serious boss fight, though. We're going into the gear, man.
Mm-hmm.
I think Zephyr is currently fighting the boss fight known as PlayStation 4.
No.
Hmm.
Poor Zephyr. Does anyone have a status update on him? Do we know what's going on?
Dude, tech issues are the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
The
rough.
absolute
Yeah,
worst.
sometimes that PS4 streaming is not reliable.
Does
we
anybody
need
else
to.
go to their bedroom and realize they have 2 weeks laundry that they haven't done yet? No, just me. Okay.
Just you.
I mean, how much do we really need to do laundry?
Isn't it all just sweatpants and band t-shirts?
At this point, yes.
Oh, he's back.
Yay! Zephyr's back. Welcome back, Zelf.
We need to buy this man a capture card.
Yeah, we do. For sure.
I have one in a drawer over there. I just gotta get it to him. Where's this man live?
He's EU, right?
Oh,
I know he's
so I
in
can-
Europe somewhere.
All right.
I would have to ask specifically.
I feel like I haven't seen Gimme take a whole lot of like risks. He's just taken like very consistent punishes.
Yep. He's looking for the only opening that's consistent to attack.
The Garamond, honestly, like I think fighting Garamond slow and steady is the way to go, because even if you know his moveset entirely, like you can know everything about this guy and everything about his moveset, but then you can get screwed just by the elevation change. The arena and like this is a terrible arena.
Yeah,
for,
especially for Moon, if you're on an elevated surface, you can just not give you the visceral, and then that's it. You get hit.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Bloodborne is a perfect game.
I still maintain every boss arena, every single boss arena should be Rom's arena.
I would love that. Because the difference in elevation in FromSoft games can really make or break a boss fight. Which is very strange.
That's the most fun thing about Soul of Cinder and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All
You
the
don't like the
furniture
tree
in the
stumps?
arena?
You don't like the tree stumps?
I think they're
Oh,
great.
man.
Nice.
You know, say what you will about From Software, but they got their interior design on point.
Yes, sir. That is a GG. Gareman is Gargone. Oh, man.
All right.
GG.
Last boss.
Are we gonna see a no-hit run?
We might see
Oh,
no hit
we
run.
might. Oh my god. I got the goosebumps.
Don't give him the curse,
J-
man.
Josh, shut your mouth.
Yeah, the curse.
Excuse me.
Hey,
Okay, you know what?
hey.
I'll honestly take the brunt of the I'll just be like, I'm the cursed caster.
You are the cursed caster.
Hi guys, my name's Josh, and I'm the cursed caster. I'll be cursing your runs today.
Is
Oh,
that gonna be your
God.
new Twitch name?
Oh god.
Josh the cursed caster?
With like a subtitle on the name that says like, "Junkie, stop making bad jokes."
Hey, it's not my fault y'all all laugh.
I enjoy
I
it.
honestly, I
I won't
pretend
lie.
it's not funny. But somewhere in my cold heart, I like it.
Wait. Does he have enough chords?
Oh,
It appears he didn't pop a chord, so maybe he just has to pop the chord and then he can go in.
You got
I think he did that to get his get the echoes from Garamond,
yeah, so he can get
Oh,
out.
so he could level up more.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, without
Because
having
I
to
guess you
mark.
only get echoes from one of them if you don't mark out like that.
Mm.
Oh, that's fair.
Only problem with
Watch
that is if you don't mark out in time, then the credits
Yeah.
end up rolling without you fighting Moon.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
what
quick
the
hit.
fear-
That did not go well.
Well, there's the hit.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
That's unfortunate.
Hmm.
Gimme, forgive us.
See,
We cursed.
and the tree. Or it's not a tree. It's a cross or something in the way. It's not a tree.
Whatever that thing is.
It's sticking
I
out
don't
of the
know.
ground.
It's made of wood and it's sticking out of the ground. It must be a tree.
Close
It must
enough.
be a tree. It's the only thing that makes sense.
Sorry, Jesus. Yeah, that was. All right.
I feel like, you know, what we should do as casters is like as soon as somebody gets towards the end of the run, we should just be completely silent. Absolutely no speaking. No caster curse if there's no casters.
This is, I mean, you might be onto something. 200 IQ play.
Not to mention just the premium entertainment that comes from a completely
Silence,
silent
utter,
stream.
soul-crushing silence.
We can just play some classical music instead. Or some smooth jazz.
Ooh, I like smooth jazz.
Oh, he
Welcome
missed an
to
attack.
the
He missed.
Yharnams.
Oh,
Got it,
wow, that was
Yes.
close. Oh my god.
Ooh, very
One
close.
hit.
Did anybody else's
all vanilla
butt
bosses.
cheeks clench?
Oh, we have a tie.
Yeah.
We have a tie for all bosses now.
We do. So, Gimme will need to go into DLC. Is that correct?
Yes.
I want to make sure he knows he's going into DLC.
Yeah. Man, y'all are on top of it. McCraft, I don't even have to do anything. I just sit back and freak
See?
out, and is everything running?
Sit back and chill, bro.
Yeah.
Why do you think I do them? They're easy.
17 tournaments this week. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Easy clap.
Yeah.
Did Gimme name his run Zephyr?
Yeah.
He
That's
did.
awesome. That's actually awesome.
It's the ultimate respect.
I believe actually Gimme helped Zephyr a lot with his very first run.
Oh, what a guy.
So it's kind of a mentor-mentee relationship there.
Oh man, I popped into Gimme stream. His voice is just wonderful. Okay, he knows he's doing DLC.
Okay. Good.
He's a professional.
Good stuff.
He actually
Good
read
stuff.
the rules.
Imagine.
Imagine reading rules? Oh my goodness.
You know
can't
what I want to
actually
imagine?
read.
I want to imagine all the donations to save the children.
Oh my gosh.
I want
Why
to imagine them
imagine?
too.
Yeah.
There's a 60 cents on there. Who did the 60 cents?
I can look it up if you'd like.
I would like to know. That's a very determined donation. They're like, I am giving exactly this amount of dollars and this amount of cents.
So
That is actually, and I honestly, I kind of like it.
I do too.
If you can donate, whatever you can donate helps. It doesn't have to be, a huge $50 donation. It doesn't even
Yeah.
have to be $10. Even a single dollar goes a really long way.
indeed.
Or 60 cents in this case.
That's a donation like, look, this is what I got, and I'm putting it to a good thing. And
Yeah.
that's great.
Where can we donate? Oh, do I not have a donate command specifically? I do have a charity
Why,
command.
Shady Dutchy? I'm so glad you asked.
I'm so glad you asked. That is a great one. I'm gonna make an alias for the charity.
Just a donate command.
Yeah, donate. Give the kids money command. All right, let's see.
Exclamation point. Give the kids money. Highly intuitive. Highly memorable. I just tried to say the word rememberable.
Remember.
Aha!
Yeah, no, it's a tough word, bro.
Remember
sure.
for bull?
There's also now a give the kids money command.
All right. So we're seeing Zephyr come up against Gurmoon. And Zephyr has also done all of the optional bosses. So this is the last boss for his run as well, I believe.
I'm so glad we're seeing Garamond and Moon as final bosses rather than Cleric Beast.
Yeah.
Is there something you want to
not
say
very
here?
good.
I'm feeling that there's some underlying, anger.
No, it's yeah, it's like
Just a little bit of salt.
no, I plead the fifth.
Wait, plead the fifth is self-incrimination. Did you do something, Josh? What did you do? Now we need to know.
Oh, on an unrelated note, I actually got to go.
Okay, thanks, bye.
Bye.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, how about those runners? How about these runs, guys?
Oh man, I thought he was really gone. Chat 1-1 if he needs to go 2-2.
Raptor,
2-2
I'm
he
sorry.
can stay.
Oh my god. Chat, be kind to me.
3-3 go forever.
Oh.
I think that's what that option was. 3-3.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh,
Josh, you
man.
just have to delete yourself. Sorry.
Oh man,
Wow. That is
Which-
not nice.
I'm gonna interrupt everybody.
/Zero Salt Show is no longer. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna interrupt anybody. Everybody. So first off, Cosmic Born in here with a $10 donation with the comment "Praise the Sun." Shady Dutchy in here with a $4.20 donation with the comment "Fun internet numbers." Smiley face.
I love
I appreciate
the
that.
fractions. Good job, guys.
The fractions. You know, the only thing that would make it worse is if somebody donated 19 cents and everybody with OCD would be like,
Yeah.
"Ugh."
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
it's-
the day is only a success if we end on a round number.
So I was in a charity, streamathon sort of thing in the past, and there were two people. One of them in chat was OCD. The other one was like the opposite, if there is a way to say that. So every time that the number was not even, the person with OCD would like donate $1.05 or whatever. If it was
Just to
not an
round
even
it back
dollar.
up.
Yeah. And so the other person, they kept donating like less than $1 over and over and over.
Only donates prime numbers.
Right.
That's
That's
a good ploy, for a good cause, It's not
Right,
like
yeah.
a scam. It's just like, yeah.
I think like after all was said and done, they had donated, like each of them had donated like over $60 of less than $1. It's like
Some people just want to see the world burn.
We call those charitable shenanigans.
yeah.
Hmm. Gearman still doing his thing.
I don't think anybody's
Yeah,
been.
Safer got his marks ready because if he misses the backstab, he's just gonna mark out. He's not gonna
Oh,
deal
is
with
he,
phase 3.
Yeah, he's skipping phase 3 or hoping to at least.
Yeah,
I
he's playing
really,
this
really have my
really
finger
safe.
crossed that the technical issues don't come up in this fight.
Nice, very clean.
Very good. Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, you can see no damage was taken. He had full vials, so no scuffed hits there during the hiccups.
Yeah,
love
Safer
that
has
we're seeing the
actually helped me
DLC.
a lot with my Gearman fight. I do it exactly the same way he does.
Hmm.
So is there not a lot of risk in that strat? Is it just pretty chill?
Yeah, it's pretty
Outside of
safe because you
fighting
do the
phase 1.
knives to skip his sword and gun phase,
hmm
Solid.
which is extremely dangerous, in my opinion.
Oh, that sword is terrifying, dude.
Yeah, I was surprised to know that like some people actually prefer the gun and sword over the scythe. And I'm like, nah, you're crazy.
Because I feel like the rifle is probably easier to dodge. Though, doesn't he have like a super quick shot or something like that?
I believe
This is
he
where
does.
my inexperience shows.
And then there's a gunshot in phase 3 that just instantly just parries you.
Yeah, he has like hyper armor stuff in phase.
Yeah,
3
and
too.
phase 3 is super dangerous because you can't stagger him. He has hyper armor.
Holy crap.
Oh,
Hold up a second. I'm interrupted here.
Whoa.
Halra coming in here with a $268.20 donation with the comment Rebs.
Oh,
Whoa.
Safer just got hit.
all right. Thank you so much. That's amazing.
And Arrogance coming in with a $1.99 donation with a comment, smiley face. Love it all.
Smiley face.
We have
Smile.
already hit the goal, the $500 goal. That
Guys.
is nuts.
Wow.
That is insane.
GG.
We're not even halfway through the day.
Thank you
I
all
know,
so much to everybody who's donated. That's amazing.
PogChamp, like all of these donations, regardless of size.
Oh my god, and Gimme
Help.
just deleted Ludwig? What was that? Holy shit.
I didn't even see it. I would,
Oh, and GG Zafer as well.
GG Xavier, yay!
time to raise the goal. I know, we got to raise the goal.
Don't worry, I'm working on it.
You're raising my goal for me.
Yeah, no. I'm
Is that
boosting.
I don't even know what
Is
to
that
do.
a euphemism for something?
Maybe.
Wait, what?
What?
Nothing. Never
Huh?
mind. I didn't say
I'm not
nothing.
sure you're
Don't worry.
talking about Eden again.
Wait, what?
Ah,
Probably.
I'm sorry. At any given time, I'm just always thinking about Eden. Oh God, he's not still here, is he? Oh God, please no.
Okay, so
Sorry, at least I'm not saying these things on a, there's no
On a
there's gonna be no
recording?
evidence.
I know, thankfully.
I know.
Imagine if these words were being recorded or clipped by someone in chat.
Looks like Zafer's going to emissaries and Rietas.
Oh, okay, so that wasn't the last boss for him then.
Yeah, I guess he doesn't do that last.
So this is the only runner today we've seen that has opted to do Garemoon as early as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I know
Or at
in his
least
first
before some of the
all-boss
options.
run he did Lugarius last.
So we have bumped the goal to 1,000.
We have. Because you guys are nuts, man. This is just the first match.
I know.
Right?
I know. Such very generous, kind people.
We have this afternoon as well as tomorrow.
And there's next weekend. Like, we're going to save all the
Mhm.
children. Well, not all of them. A
all
lot
of them
them.
is a little lofty, but as many as we possibly can.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just a testament to how freaking cool the Souls community is.
Yeah.
And like, putting our minds to something, getting amazing stuff done.
Indeed, indeed. Every single donation, regardless of what sizes, is greatly appreciated.
And thank you, Cosmic. If $10 is all you have to give, that is more than enough.
Oh, absolutely, man. That's like several days for one kid to eat in the middle
Mhm.
of this crisis. That's nuts, man. Like, yeah, I mean, if you guys want to rob a bank and then donate to kids, it's fine.
Oh,
Don't rob banks.
Give me
Dopamine
that
just took a
I have
hit.
brain bag.
Oh, no.
no.
That's unfortunate. This
So
is a
that's
really
right
tough
before
running section
Maria-
for DLC as well.
Mm-hmm. No, that's before Living Failures.
Yeah. So as it stands, that puts Gimme in second place for the day so far.
Mm-hmm. So, if they take a hit in DLC, do they need to continue going through?
They can if they want to, but we're first going off distance.
Okay.
So it's not required, but it's up to them.
But we would love to see a
Yeah, if they wanna
sick
finish that
Maria
DLC,
and-
go
and
for it.
Orphan Yeah. Might as well.
And if, someone else takes a hit in this same place, you would want to see kind of like there would be then like a tiebreaker between those people.
Mm-hmm.
What is this area called again that Gimme's in?
Research hall, I think.
This place is terrifying.
This place is actually a really interesting level design. Like it's very confusing. It's very easy to kind of get lost in. It's very easy to find yourself going to the same spots over and over and over.
So Zephyr just wrapping up Ebrietas.
Very nicely done. It looks like he's heading towards Amygdala. Or Amygdala, depending on how you pronounce it.
Amy G.
Amy G.
It's Amy G as far as I'm concerned.
Where's the rap album, Amy G?
Yeah, you got to check
the
out
infamous
Amy
Amy
G's.
G.
Amy
I mean,
G's
McRaptor's
diss
our
track.
rap star.
You're a rap star, McRaptor?
Yeah, he's got a
I have a hit
number one on the
single.
billboards.
Oh my goodness gracious.
list.
Can you rap for us?
I can't do it without DJ Viking Baruda. But it's on YouTube. If you want a link, I can give it to you.
I gotta say,
Play
Raptor,
it
we got the makings
next
of like a back-to-back rap battle going on.
Oh my goodness.
I think we need that.
Couple of diss tracks.
Ooh. It is not only a no-hit tournament, but also a biggest hits tournament.
Oh my god. Biggest no-hit hits.
Biggest no-hit hits.
Featuring Rap Dad. I don't have a rap name.
Since Gimme is in DLC, I believe we're not displaying his DLC hits on screen.
Correct.
Because they're just tiebreaker hits.
Yeah, we go to distance into the DLC.
Mm-hmm.
And so what that means is wherever you end up in the DLC and you take a hit, we're kind of considering that's like your goalpost. If two people were to take a hit in the same location or like to the same boss, it would get pushed further out. But it's not something that we trying to think about how to say it. It's not something we expect to happen unless it's directly to a boss.
Mm-hmm.
So with that in mind, because it is possible to complete the bosses you could do different orders technically in the DLC. So Eden did Lawrence last, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's fairly typical. So we should say that people need to do Lawrence last. I think that's the only thing that you can change in terms of the boss order in the DLC, right?
Correct, yes.
Cool.
And the reason why we go into DLC for tiebreaker instead of base game is because, like how we're seeing with Zephyr, there's a lot of different routes you can take in Bloodborne, and there's a lot of different ways you can fight the bosses. So it's harder to put exactly... It's harder to measure exactly where the distance into the game is between hits for a tiebreaker. Also, we have a challenge that vanilla is the best ice cream flavor. I wholeheartedly disagree and say coffee.
So
Coffee's a nice flavor, but the best?
Coffee is the best. Well, coffee is light.
coffee is great. I had coffee this morning. I feel so much better. But McRaptor, is PayPal the only thing you can donate with?
Oh man, is that all that's coming up on there?
I don't know.
I let me look into that. I don't run it. It's through Tiltify, which is a big charity streaming site. I will see what else you can do.
PayPal site lets you pay with a credit card. What if I want to pay with my cryptocurrency?
Cryptocurrency.
I'd like to pay in Dogecoins, please.
Or what about Lambos? You can just donate a Lambo, and we'll figure out the details there.
If you donate a Lambo, we will figure out the
Lambo
details.
to my house, and I'll deliver it to the charity.
Yeah, right.
I want to pay in my Animal Crossing currency. Is that okay?
Can I pay
in
in Nook
bells.
Miles, please?
Can I
Nook Miles.
pay in bells? Yeah.
Bells? Did you plant your bell tree today?
Oh my god, I haven't gone in to plant my bell tree. I woke up
Oh,
and literally rolled out of bed and started casting, so...
Oh man.
I gotta go check on my island, guys. Be back in.
We'll be
10
back.
minutes
Good
to
luck to
4
all the
hours.
runners. It was wonderful watching all of you.
Okay, I have a question. Are the DLC dogs not as scary as all other dogs in all other From Software games?
It doesn't look like they are. They're just kind of one-directional yappers.
I mean, like dogs in Bloodborne are cool because you can just shoot them with the gun and they'll fall over.
This is
Yeah.
true.
DS3 dogs are scary because they teleport.
Yeah.
And then you
They're
have the
like-
Pontiff dogs, which aren't dogs. They're humans and dogs fused together. I don't know. I dislike the skulls on the dog bodies. It freaks me out.
So I am informed that it's the charities when they register that determines what payment methods they'll accept. So PayPal is what works for them. So I think that's all we got. But PayPal is free, and you can link your bank account, credit cards. I don't know about crypto. That's way above my head, but maybe.
Good to know. Good to know. But it's a good question to ask because some people want to donate their firstborn children.
Ooh,
Right.
Dopamine's fighting Lawrence now.
Ah,
Hot dog. It's time.
Hot dogs. Does anybody have any chili? I've got plenty of cheese. I don't have any chili.
Am I the only one that calls this guy hot dog? I mean, he's basically a dog, and he's hot, and
he's
like,
he's Larry.
he's a hot dog.
He's
I-
Larry, the weird uncle.
But he
Alright.
breaks in half partway through this fight. It's weird.
I know. That's why he's Larry, the weird uncle.
I'm partial to
Larry
Habanero
works.
Cleric Beast myself.
So if you guys have not already, since we're coming up towards the end of these runs, for the most part, definitely go follow all of the runners this morning. Go follow all the runners this afternoon, or whatever time it is for whatever time zone you are in.
The
Yeah,
screaming.
and follow up the channel here so you can catch the matches tomorrow as well.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
future
make sure you're
tournaments.
following OG
Indeed.
Junkyard. Make sure you're following the McRaptor.
Oh yes.
There'll be more
Yes, yes.
tournament
The,
action.
the legend
in about a
himself.
week.
No, you shouldn't follow that guy, and you should definitely unfollow Zero Salt Show if you haven't already.
Definitely
But
unfollow the
Yes.
Zero Salt Show.
I agree with the rest of that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
the-
make sure it's blacklisted from your Wi-Fi.
Might as well just ban yourself from his channel.
I don't know
The,
that that's a thing, but
The most important thing of all has just happened.
Chips?
More children have been helped due to Benji Guard 97's $5 donation. With a
Thank
comment,
you very much.
all I can afford right now. Thanks for entertaining me, guys. Smiley face.
That is awesome.
Benji, no you.
No, you. I love it.
No you.
it's huge the support that y'all are bringing. It really does go a very long way. Gimme Dopamine wrapping up the Lawrence
Oh,
fight
man.
with 0 hits on Lawrence.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
he got him into that phase 3 loop.
Very nice. Got yet another Santa Claus kill.
So do
These runners,
we,
they hate Christmas.
since Gimme kind of changed the order of the DLC boss, do we need him to go through all of the rest of the bosses at this point, and we can compare hits and DLC?
So my thought process on this, because we didn't set like a pre-established protocol for boss order in the DLC, is we'll kind of treat Lawrence as the last boss. So hits taken on Lawrence. This is kind of my thought process. Y'all feel free to, shoot me down if I say something that's like, no, that doesn't work. But I would say we treat Lawrence as the last boss. So hits taken on the Lawrence split, are kind of like the last split. And then
Well-
everything else would act as earlier stuff. That make sense?
The only thing there is there was a hit taken leading like in the running section. before
Right.
that. So it was after Ludwig and before Lawrence. So technically, this would have been a hit before the second boss.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Well, that works.
that's fair. I think those are good rules. You always kind of take these runs as they come sometimes.
Yeah,
When it
because he
comes to
would have been
tournament.
doing that section even if he was going the living failures.
Right.
And odds are, because it's tiebreaker, it won't end up being relevant anyways.
That's fair.
But if it does come up, we'll kind of figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to take a second and admire the fashion born going on Gimmy's screen, because he's got like the
Yeah, it's pretty hot.
beast hair on the
Mhm.
head and hands. Like that's
He's
that's
got the
pretty-
beast roar on.
That's slick.
Oh, the whole head is covered in like.
Oh,
Ooh,
Zephyr is
Za-
done. Do we want to get him in here?
I think that's the ruin you get from
Yeah.
Lawrence.
Zephyr needs to show
All
time.
right. So is Zephyr opting to not go into DLCs? Or sorry, DLC. I forget. This game only has one. It's an amazing DLC.
It is an amazing for just one. It is an amazing DLC.
It's so good it only needs one.
229 on the money.
Very nice.
Okay, and then we're just I'm gonna try to do this without screwing it up. Yeah, I did it.
Woo!
I was trying to figure out which runner it was. So that I didn't
First try.
First try.
GG.
Yeah, I know. Zephyr's in the waiting room. Cool.
Ooh, Gimme marked out with like a 1/10 of the health bar left.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Hey, Zephyr. How's it going?
Hey, Zephyr.
Zephyr.
It's going good.
Zephyr.
How guys?
GG.
Congrats on the run.
I guess it was a good experience. Messed
So how do
up
you
on
feel about the
early
run
game.
overall?
I'm happy about it. 6 hits is not that bad, considering
Yeah, you played quite
it's
well.
my first tournament.
Indeed, indeed. I mean, a lot of people like in their first tournament just kind of crack, but you held your own for sure.
I mean, I cracked, but not by that much. It was a decent run.
Indeed.
I mean,
Some
you were
mistakes,
fighting
avoidable.
not only the game but also kind of the tech issues as well. So
Mm-hmm.
like,
Yeah,
major
the
props
ROM
for
hit
keeping it
was
together.
definitely a tech issue, but we ended on 6. That's good.
Yeah, well done.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed, indeed. So what
You
are
guys?
your plans for the rest of the day?
I think I'm probably gonna sleep.
No worries.
Nice.
Oh yeah, it's pretty late for you, isn't it?
It's 10. It's not that late. It's 10
Oh,
p.m.
okay.
But kinda need the rest.
Mm-hmm.
No worries. No worries.
Yeah.
Well, we hope you sleep
So
well.
it was an amazing experience. Thank you guys for this amazing tournament, and hopefully see the rest of the people in the finals.
Yeah, thank you
Good
so
luck
much
to
for
everyone in
running
the
it,
late
Zephyr.
bracket, and see you later.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Thank you, Zay, for
Have
having
a
me.
wonderful
Yeah.
evening.
Have a wonderful evening, everyone.
All right. So, Dopamine is cruising on through the DLC. Has one hit in the run, and distance in the DLC was after Ludwig, before the second boss.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
He's having some interesting RNG with failure.
Mhm.
So I
Yeah,
don't
it's gotten the
think-
meteor attack twice.
Yeah, and I don't think I've seen a lot of runners mark out for the meteor attack. Is it safer?
So my understanding is there is like a sweet spot you can stand in where the meteors won't hit you, but
Mhm.
then like another failure could cast an orb at you, and then you get kind of stuck.
I see.
It's definitely safer just to mark out, do it over
Mhm.
again.
So I have a good question.
Plus, I mean, then you
Mhm.
get to see more failures.
Yay!
So I've got a question. Does the beast blood pellets, like I always see like somebody takes one, the bar pops up, and then it basically disappears within like 5 seconds or whatever. Does it help you accrue beasthood faster? In addition to just like making the bar pop on screen, or how does it work?
So basically, you first take the beast blood pellet. You get a really small amount of beast meter. Beast meter just like gives you more damage and makes you take more damage. And then as it like fills up, you deal more and more and more. So it's like a what do you call it? It's like proportional. And then it builds up as you attack more. It's kind of like Bloodborne, like in a nutshell, where it's just like, yeah, just play super aggressively, take lots of damage, deal lots of damage.
Mhm.
And it's integral to like so many of the fights.
So much so that if you die during one of the boss fights, not only does that affect how you have to continue fighting the boss, because when you load in after some boss fights, they're actually in a different position than when the fight first starts, the very first time.
Yep, it's like that with Amelia.
Mhm.
Yeah, if you die in Amelia, you're in a rough spot.
But you're also out a beast blood pellet, which means, and you only get a certain number of them for most of the game until you can start buying them. So it really puts you in a rough spot for the rest of the game.
There are a few
So
extra
GG.
you can pick up in the woods if needed.
Hmm.
But
That was
yeah,
a
it's pretty
super
precise.
textbook
Like I
Maria.
don't even have any extras in my run. Like I'm just hoping I do everything first try.
Hmm.
Because I mean, if I have to grab more, I can though.
That was a very clean Maria.
Indeed,
Oh,
indeed.
we're gonna see
Now-
another orphan. Oh my
We're gonna
god.
see another orphan. You got your wish twice.
Oh baby.
Oh baby.
Dopamine definitely showing he's still got it.
In his old age.
So Taro is going to be running later. Do you have many like large deviations from from like the routes that we've seen today, or is it pretty
I
standard?
do a lot of what Aiden does. Route, I
Ooh, so
slow
you go
down
for
a
those speedy
few
boy
things.
strats.
Yeah, I figured because what I realized with DS3 is I'd rather have learned the harder route, which is the +4 route, than do the comfy route. So I'm kind of taking what I've learned from DS3 and applying it to Bloodborne.
Yeah, for me, like nerves have always played a huge part in these runs, and I find that the longer the runs go on, the more nerves I get. So I try to like make them as fast as possible. That way I don't have to like, get mentally drained from being nervous. Oh, rip the doll.
No one likes the doll.
But the doll is waifu.
Hey, I'm there with you.
This is why we need Colmer back running. Because he never killed the doll.
He never killed the doll.
Never killed the doll. I don't think Ghost kills the doll. So
Ghost
we'll
doesn't
have
kill a doll. Ghost
we'll
loves the
have
doll.
somebody.
There's a theory
Ghost is
though
the
that the
hero we
doll's
need.
evil.
That's propaganda.
So we're gonna see Orphan of Kos.
Oh, this is my favorite area in the game. I know like there's all these grotesque creatures, but something about like the rain and like the village, and it's just like so Lovecraftian. It's just freaking cozy, dude.
That's the thing about this whole game is this whole game feels Lovecraftian. It just
Well, the game itself is actually based off of quite a few of Lovecraft's works. You can see a lot of his influence in just the Great Ones in general, Amygdala, the eyes, and kind of the concept behind the blood and blood changing you. You know, fear the old blood.
It's like a Lovecraft novel, but you don't have to read the hard words.
I know. Well, and kind of deal with the weird, subtle 1800s.
Yeah.
Not PC anymore stuff. But beyond that, Lovecraft is a wonderful author, but very much a product of his time. I think that's the most I can say about that right now.
It's like, you know, at least we've gotten some great media out of like the theme, you know.
Yeah, the
Look at
overall
Bloodborne.
concepts and everything. I agree with that.
I'm sitting here. I'm in anticipation of Orphan. Orphan's like I don't know if Orphan is like my favorite boss in this game, but it's got to be pretty close. So hype.
Chu brought up a good point that Kos could be based on the work of Junji Ito.
Oh.
So some of us don't have access to those things with paper in them, books. What is Junji Ito? I don't know, man.
Raptor asking the real questions.
I'm sorry. I don't. I'm illiterate, guys. Like, what do you want me to do?
Oh, it's a Japanese horror, basically manga.
Okay.
Writer.
Okay. Got it. Awesome. Famous horror man.
All right, here we go. Let's party hardy.
Whoop whoop.
Did you just say party hardy?
Party hardy.
Party hardy, guys.
That's right.
Hell yeah, brother.
Junkie's gone full on dad mode on us today.
Let's play with our placentas.
Oh God, no! Why? You had to bring that up.
It's just his big shrimp, okay?
It's his favorite shrimp.
I mean, you say shrimp, other people say placenta.
I don't
Wow.
think that's a tomato kind of.
Well, you know what they say, one man's shrimp is another man's placenta.
I mean, technically, it's his umbilical cord, not
Nobody
the
says that.
placenta, but
So, in more important questions, how far out in the water can you go in this fight?
oh, you can go decently far, can't you?
Just got smacked in the ass. That's a hit.
Oh,
It's alright, he's spanking him back.
He took
oh
a
dear.
part from his mommy parts and threw it at him. Oh man, this fight's gross.
This is Bloodborne, though.
I almost like
Big true.
feel like the sound effect should be muted in this fight just for all the screeching. Just
You
listen
mean
to
this
that
game
beautiful,
full of screaming?
That is the only that's the only thing I don't really like about Bloodborne, and especially did the DLC, is the bosses are just so high-pitched, screechy. It's really hard to listen to for extended periods of time.
Yeah, I mean that was the big downer, and one of the reasons why I wasn't excited to or I haven't been excited to play it is just because of all the screaming.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very well done.
GG, gimme.
All right, so in total, that's 3 hits in the DLC. I typed in the very, very wrong.